Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, here live in my master suite at my house, not in Orlando, but I could be in Orlando, you don't know. Not in Orlando, they wouldn't let me on the bubble. They wouldn't even let me on one of those video things because apparently those are reserved for like season ticket holders and can't even go to the virtual crowd, which I mean, it seems ridiculous that they would have a limitation on how many people that they could have, but I guess that's a thing. Anyway, we got a little bit of technical difficulty getting started, of course, almost through my computer, through the window, because I don't even know if it recorded my pregame video and everything or not, because couldn't open the video file or the audio file because my Mac is not able to do it. So I've switched my rig to my work rig. Kind of risky, maybe, I don't know, but it's here, it works. I'm on. We're in the first quarter. The Lakers are leading early, 18-15, 3:13 left to go. There's a bit of a commotion. I didn't see exactly what's going on, but I'm sure someone was complaining about a foul. They both, oh wait, here we go. There's the replay. All right, yes, he's driving in. Yeah, it looks like he's going straight up the Lakers there. Caruso was. They did call him for the foul. This time, same play, goes to the hoop and throws it out of bounds. It wasn't Harden, of course, but it was, I think it was, I don't know who that is actually, the Rockets. But yes, bring it out of bounds here. Throw into Gordon, poked away into the backcourt, but it was tipped. Brings up Gordon, shaking, biggin. Layup. Oh, Anthony Davis does not allow a layup. Quick pass up ahead and a jam! A jam by the Lakers, 20-15. Crowd. It's actually supposedly a Rockets home game, which I think is kind of cool. They have like the different emblems and everything, and the different sponsors get their times. You got the Toyota thing on there, and then different team. I have another team on there. I think that's kind of neat. I'm a big fan of this bubble thing. I mean, one of the things I loved mostly about the bubble was the day basketball. We were having day basketball games in the middle of the day. It's awesome. You know, like 3 or 4 games in a day. I mean, can't really get much better than that. Going to commercial break here. Lakers with an early lead after the Kuzma jam. Now, it's going to be a commercial, so I guess this would be the time to plug my sponsors, who I don't have any. But if I did have some, I might say something like, this segment brought to you by, let's see what I have on my snack tray here. Oh, these are Doritos. Of course, who doesn't have a snack Doritos laying around? These are Flaming Hot Nacho, which if you have not tried the Flaming Hot Nacho, I would suggest it. It's one of my favorite flavors. Pretty much my go-to now if I get a Dorito is the Flamin' Hot Dorito. Been doing a lot of streaming. Cobra Kai got my eye, of course. Hopefully some people have seen Cobra Kai. I won't do any kind of spoilers, but it's Karate Kid. Takes you back to that universe, and Ponyboy shows up. You know, it's the whole thing. You know, there were some pretty cool moments where they were doing like some cutscenes or some flashbacks that were like, oh, that's pretty good stuff. Also super cheesy. Haven't finished the season 2. But definitely, so far so good. I'm a big fan. I don't think anything else. Oh, I watched. There's one on Netflix. Away, I think. Away. I think it's called Away. It was a space show. Had Hilary Swank in the mix, and they're going to Mars. What could go wrong, right? I mean, no one's ever done it before, so it was really. I thought it was pretty well done. Again, don't spoil anything, but it kind of has that Apollo 13 type feel. Like every episode, there's always something going wrong, and they have to figure out at mission control how to duct tape something or pull this thing over here, and they could all die. But there's like episodes left, so you don't really think they're gonna die because of the episodes that are remaining, but they could possibly die in every time. So I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I'm a big fan of of the whole space thing. So it was right up my alley. And like I said, it did have some quality production, obviously. They're in space, so it's pretty cool. Excited about this new football season. Maybe a little bit too excited because I like my fantasy team. I only have one team, but actually I have two teams. We do a yearly pool where we pick a team every week, a daily team, and winner for that week wins a little bit of money. And then whoever accumulates the most points, first, second, and third get points. Whoever accumulates the most points will be crowned champion. I think this is our fourth year running the thing, maybe. This will be year 4, I believe. Somebody won the first year, and then I'm the reigning 2-time champ. So I'm looking for a three-peat. I will be watching the Sunday Night Football game with some, I got some players playing, so I'm hoping for some things. A lot of points is what I'm hoping for, really. A lot of points. Well, we're back from commercial break. Anthony Davis at the line. Looks like he's shooting free throws. 20-15. Lakers on top. 2:24 to go. First free throw is good. Flashing some early stats for AD. Looks like he's got 5 points and 6 boards. Put both free throws down. Obviously, the series is 2-1. I really thought last game the Lakers really maybe had something figured out. But I think Jeff Green just threw a dunk down on somebody. I'm going to have to get a replay on that to make sure it was definitely Jeff Green. But he threw one down, and then Kuzma instantly comes back with a quick layup. But I felt like just obviously the flow of the game was it tilted in the Lakers. And the Rockets made something of it. It's a league of runs, but never really I thought was in really doubt. But they're going back and forth here, in the first quarter. All signs point to an all-LA final, especially if the Lakers are able to pull off the W, being up 3-1. Unless you're LeBron, you don't usually come back from like a 3-1 deficit. Clippers, Lakers. What I would like to see, I know it's impossible. They'll never do it because they're already in the bubble. They've committed to this old bubble routine. But if it ends up Lakers, Clippers, can't they just go live in LA and be in the bubble there, and like play in the Staples Center, like have their home court type thing? I think that would be really neat if they did both qualify, make it to the Western Conference Finals. That they did that. Logistically, the NBA probably not going to do that, but I think it would be neat. The Eastern Conference obviously got the Game 7 with Boston, Toronto. Toronto, the defending champ, not wanting to go quietly into the night. Game 7s are always a toss-up, but I feel like Celtics are going to come out of there. I really do. It just seems like they're the better team, really. Took double overtime and a Kyle Lowry miracle shot to win 2 games. So I think the Celtics will come out clean there, which would lead to a Boston-Miami throwdown. I immediately think Celtics, Lakers, of course. Immediately think Celtics, Lakers, mainly because, would it be any other way when Mamba goes down? Would it be any other way when the Mamba goes down than the Celtics, Lakers, with the Lakers trouncing on the Celtics once again? That would be, that'd be something. Because it was 10 years ago that the Lakers beat the Celtics in a Game 7. The reason I remember so vividly is because I didn't watch the game. I ended up going on a date with my ex. So I didn't even watch the Game 7. And it was the last time that the Lakers were in the finals. And now we've broken up. And here we go. Could we really see a potential Lakers Celtics rematch with the Lakers taking it down after I got rid of the curse. I mean, I'm calling her the curse, obviously. It's a little rude, but she wasn't actually a curse or anything. She's a fine woman. But it's over now. No going back. But I mean, I do think there's a good, at least it's in the cards. It's in the cards to have, Lakers, Celtics. Definitely could happen. Miami's obviously going to have something to say about it, and by God, they've only lost one playoff game, so they're mopping the floor with teams. I'm not a real big coach guy, especially in the NBA. But, I mean, the Miami coach versus the Boston coach, that would be some high-level, top-tier coaching matchup. Obviously, one of them's a champion. The other one is a wannabe champion. So it should be good. I mean, I think those two teams would match up. If the Raptors, though, put the monkey wrench in, or the Clippers could obviously put the monkey wrench in too. I think the series everyone's going to want to watch is going to be Lakers Clippers, but I think the better series really though. I mean, because it's just guys. Each team is just deep with guys that can play basketball at the highest level. I mean, so should be interesting. I'm gonna be watching that game 7 though. Buddy of mine, he bet on the Celtics last night with the intention. He said, "Well, there's no way they're going to lose 2 games. So if I lose this game, I'm just going to double my bet on Game 7." And I mean, seems logical. They shouldn't lose 2 in a row to the Raptors, right? I don't think. But then I'm like, we probably lose 3 bets though if the Raptors win. I mean, it's Game 7, so anything could happen. I really do think the Celtics will probably beat them pretty good. But the wild card is there's no home court, no home court advantage really. So I don't really know. It's kind of just basketball. Like the other day, I mean, oh my gosh, this last game where LeBron was just making everything, and just like, oh my God, he's making everything. That's something ridiculous, like 26, 28. I mean, he might have gotten to 30 points at half, possibly, of one last game. And it just really felt like he could do whatever he wants, It was freaky. Just freaky. Leading the league in assists, like, what? I mean, I'm wondering if next year he's going to try to lead the league in rebounds. Which, I mean, I'm not sure that he couldn't, but he's doing it all his whole career. Second all time in 3-pointers made in playoffs, which, I mean, it's something. He's playing so many games, but making so many threes. He's LeBron. You would never think LeBron's making all those threes. But he makes those threes. Coming down to the wire here at the end of the first quarter, here go the Rockets. Driving Harden to the hoop. Misses the layup. Davis with the rebound. Falls out of bounds. Oh, they're just going to give it back to the Rockets? How are they going to give him a foul there? He was just, I mean, he just falls down. I guess that's how it works. Not quick with the replay, so it was probably not the best call. Because normally it's a good call, though. I'll give you the replay. No good call, no replay. But the Lakers are up 26-21 as we wind the quarter down. 2.2. Rest inbounds. Finds Harden. Oh my gosh. He goes to the layup move, and there was a foul. Shockingly enough, James Harden was fouled. You don't see that very often, really. He's not one to get a foul call. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, they call ticky-tack is one thing, but this was a legitimate. I think you can make a case that was a legitimate flop layup. A flop layup. I mean, Anthony Davis was in the area, but Harden just kind of did that thing where I guess unorthodox or herky-jerky they may call it, but really it's just a flop in my eyes right there. Definitely looked like a flop. Now, Frank Vogel is a character that I'm not sure what his part is. I mean, he was always kind of, I liked him in Indiana, but now he's got, I mean, I don't know. I guess to me, he's kind of like a neutral. I wouldn't give him an advantage or a disadvantage. I just say he's a guy there. He's at the game. Yeah. Rockets cut it down there. Get one free throw, 22-26 as we go to second quarter action. We'll be doing a sideline interview with the coach. I'm just going to do like a lip reading thing and say nothing because I imagine that's what they're going to do, especially if it's Frank Vogel. Mike D'Antoni might say something, but like, how they let him be a lame duck coach? I don't understand that one at all. Why would you want to have a lame duck Mike D'Antoni coach? I mean, who is going to do what the Houston Rockets want to do better than a guy like Mike D'Antoni? What's it running out like a Don Nelson type, or I don't know who they could possibly put in that's going to want to run and gun and shoot threes more than Mike D'Antoni. I mean, maybe they're going to get rid of Daryl Morey too. What? That makes no sense. I mean, it's not his fault Chris Paul got hurt, right? I mean, they probably win that series if Chris Paul's in for Game 7, right? They're going to go 0 for 27 from 3, that's for sure, if Chris Paul's around. Probably because Chris Paul would be like, hey, guys, don't do a layup. We can't make these three-pointers. I mean, maybe he would say something like that. God knows Mike D'Antoni didn't say it. They kept jacking up 3 after 3 after 3. Miss. So, I don't know. That one puzzles me because I really don't see anything out there. I mean, maybe there's a big blind spot and I'm missing it. Like someone's out there that's a candidate that's going to be more Mike D'Antoni than the actual Mike D'Antoni. I don't know. Here comes another commercial. We got another commercial break here. This segment right here. Oh my God, let's see what we got on the snack station here. On the snack station we had, looks like it's a Kind bar. Not sure if you have experienced the Kind bar. Goes around and masquerades itself as some sort of health alternative snack bar, but this thing is called a dark chocolate cherry cashew, and my goodness, it is flavorful. It's delicious. I love them. I can't get enough of them. Now, the slogan that they probably want me to say is the kind thing for your body, your taste buds, and your world. And that's the line they probably want me to say because that's like on the wrapper. But really good, really good. Number one ingredient in this one, not surprisingly. Well, actually, now look at it, it is a little bit surprising. Cashews, number one ingredient. Gluten-free, which I never really had anything against gluten, but I guess less gluten is probably better since they make gluten-free things. I don't know, not sure. And then again, the wrapper ingredients you can see and pronounce. So I guess they're really liking their ingredients. I'm looking for the actual ingredients here just to see if I can actually pronounce them because they've made a claim. Now I have to read, which I mean, maybe it's going to be a reading comprehension thing, my fault. But it was Frank Vogel, by the way. He's saying something like, I've been in Orlando here. I've been really enjoying the Magic Kingdom. Wait, I'm supposed to just say I'm in the bubble. That's right. I'm just in the bubble. Never mind. The Magic Kingdom for me. Haven't seen Mickey. But back to the ingredients of the Kind bar. Westbrook puts up an air ball, but LeBron was suffocating. Now the ingredients here, we've got 36% nuts, 19% fruit, gluten-free, low glycemic index, dairy-free, no genetically engineered ingredients, no sugar alcohols, very low sodium, 0 grams trans fat, high in fiber. And then it's like, in the very small fine print says, 10 grams fat per bar. Is that a lot, 10 grams? I don't know. Not sure. I don't know. Total calorie count on this guy, 160 calories, and that's one serving. And yes, a bar is just a single serving. I did look. Now, getting down to the nitty gritty on the actual ingredients: cashews, cherries. See, I don't know if I can spell chicory root, fiber, almonds, sugar, peanuts, honey, palm kernel oil, glucose, chocolate, alkalized cocoa, soy lecithin, sea salt, natural flavor, cocoa butter. Now see, there's some things in there that I had some problem pronouncing just because I've never seen these words before. The one that really got me real good was, I'm looking at it here. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Chicory root. Is it? Am I saying that right? Chicory root. Someone in the chat, let me know if I'm saying that right. Chicory root. I don't know if that's right. I'm not sure. And then there was some alkaline. Yeah, there's some cocoa, but it's alkalized cocoa. Soy lecithin, Lecithin. Again, I've never seen these words before, so I'm having some trouble pronouncing them. I'm not so sure it goes into false advertising when it says ingredients you can pronounce, because everybody's level of pronunciation is going to be different. But I think I have a fine level of pronunciation, and I've seen a lot of words, so really surprising that I didn't know those. I'm out of sponsors though. I only have the Doritos and the Kind Bar. Actually, that's not entirely true. There are some pita chips and an actual pita, but those are not exactly the best of things. Now, getting back to the ball game here, 2 minutes down in the second quarter, we've got Lakers up 28-24. LeBron's bringing it up. He puts his head down, finds a man. Rondo to the corner, swinging it to LeBron. Oh, LeBron he picks up his dribble. Backdoor cut by Kuzma. 5 seconds to shoot. Kuzma off the back end. Taps it around. Rockets secure the rebound. Here comes Harden. No numbers, but he's going anyway. Great defense by Caruso. Oh, and Rondo with the hustle play. That hustle play is the one you hate on the playground where the dude's just falling out of bounds and he freaking dodgeballs the ball right at your foot and there's nothing you can do. You're just like, oh, it's out on me. That sucks. Rondo. Dangerous pass. Dangerous pass by Rondo. Looking for LeBron down low. I mean, what's interesting, actually, I just noticed this. Rondo's the only guy on, well, maybe not. I don't know. Shame. He didn't have anything on it. It just said Rondo. Most of the players still have the different things on the back, like Russell Westbrook with the Black Lives Matter. LeBron, I think LeBron actually too may have not. I don't even think I'll have to get a close-up of LeBron, but definitely just has a 23 there. I don't think there's anything additional on LeBron's jersey. I guess, I don't know. No, definitely just he just has a LeBron James jersey on. No extracurriculars for him. Still a couple players out there with the Black Lives Matters on the back there, and I haven't seen anything other than Black Lives Matter on the back there. They had some other different ones there. Shooting free throws here. Caruso bangs one in. If you don't have hair, do you think the headband is more useful or less useful? For me, I used to wear the headband because my stupid floppy hair would get in my eyes. I guess if you don't have any hair, maybe sweat would be more likely to become an issue. I don't know. Never really thought about it. Not everybody wears a headband either. If you think if it was a universal, if you think if it was an advantage, everybody would wear it. But only a few people with headbands. Corner 3 by the Rockets. Cut the lead to 30-27. 9 minutes and 20 seconds in the second quarter. LeBron bringing it up. The football game actually is going to be kicking off, I believe, at 7:30. So we will be toggling between games as the action dictates. I imagine we'll probably be tuned into the basketball game for the most part, and especially at the beginning of the game. Oh my goodness! Hold on a second. I'm gonna need to get a replay here. I think they may have called an. Oh my gosh, they did. In fact, call an offensive foul on James Harden. It looked like an and one for me. I thought it was. I thought he got that and the foul. It was a Morris twin, I believe, that he kind of gave a little bit of an elbow to, but I mean, my goodness, I don't like that call one bit. It's his third foul too, so that's a big one here in the second quarter. I mean, he picks up another. I mean, he's the kind of guy that he's not, usually sticking it in there trying to play too much defense, but 3 fouls. I mean, that's Lakers missed the corner 3, but LeBron secures the rebound, fakes a pass out, and then misses a layup. Oh, he misses the bunny. Harden pushing it up, throws it away. Throws it away. You don't see LeBron miss that layup there very often. Nobody at home just misses the layup. And yes, they do. D'Antoni sends in Gordon. It looks like he's going to sub out Harden. He'll probably be done for the half with 3 fouls. That spells trouble because you don't have a Harden out there. That's not great. It's not great when you don't have a Harden out there. So I just don't think you can make that call. It needs to be egregious if you're going to give that call. Especially, the dude was definitely like not in a full-on charge defensive type position. You can't just give him an offensive foul there. I didn't see it on the replay at all. Danny Green, wide open 3. It's pure. I always hated that guy when he played for the Spurs, but now he's on the Lakers. My gosh, it's nice having that Danny Green guy. Great defender. Well, maybe great might be an overstatement, but adequate defender and wide open. He's nailing it. I think he had one game against the Heatles. He had like a 6-3 game maybe or something crazy. Maybe more than 6. I have to look that back up because he was on fire. And, always open, that Danny Green. He's not the guy, you're going to help. Got to help off somebody. I wouldn't want to help off. Oh, we're going to a commercial here. The Lakers are kind of pulling away a little bit. Again, where does the offense come from? You're looking at Westbrook. You're looking at Gordon, I guess. Those are the 2 guys you're looking at mostly. Maybe hoping like a Jeff Green can give you a spark or something to that effect. But the other guys are still rolling out, the Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and, again, Danny Green or Rajon Rondo. Those guys are battle-tested, I would say is the word I use. They've been in the trenches. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a 720 kick, or actually it's a 720 kick here on the Gamecast, but they'll probably have some fanfare, seeing as the champs are going to be there. I wonder where you guys land on this. Pumping in the sound noise, or pumping in sound and noise at a football game. Yay or nay? For me, it seems like a yay. It seems like you should be able to do that. I know the Falcons were doing it whenever it wasn't really allowed, but maybe even the Colts possibly. Allegedly, maybe. I don't know. Those dome teams, they like to crank up the volume. The Saints have always been doing that. They always do that. Saints always do. But I would be in for it, just, and like it's your when the opposite team has the ball in general, make some noise. Obviously, you wouldn't do it if it was ridiculous. Let's say the freaking Texans are all of a sudden pounding out, the Chiefs. You wouldn't have you wouldn't have Arrowhead at top decibel level there. You'd make the obvious type corrections based on situation. I don't think they probably won't do anything. I don't anticipate them doing anything. Some teams still talking about having limited capacity seating. I saw some games this weekend with college games, and they had people in the stands. They had socially distancing and different things that they needed to make sure. Masks are always in. The stuff I've heard is open air is okay for the most part. It's a little less likely that you're at risk in an open air environment versus closed setting. And obviously, you want to stay out of the clumps as much as you can. Don't freaking all get herded up and clumped up. And wear your masks if you deem it a worthy cause to wear a mask. I think I'm gonna wear the mask whenever I am out there. Just maybe forever, actually. I may always wear the mask now, just because it really is advantageous. Can't see my face. That's good. You don't know that I'm actually giving you a mean mug all the time, constantly. mean, actually, I have a resting grin face. I always have a kind of a dumb, goofy grin on my face for the most part. For the most part. TNT at that commercial break. I guess I could maybe do a little reading by Austin. I showed you in the pregame. I've got those books. And next commercial break, maybe I'll do a little bit of the 4 agreements, a wisdom book. Just do a little bit of that. See if there's anything that really drives anything home or loads anything up. They're doing that thing where they show the huddle, the inside tracks on TNT. The coach is basically saying, in this case, it's Frank Vogel. He's not saying anything really. Probably just saying, "You guys are up 10. Good job. Keep doing that same thing that you're doing." Where, I mean, when you look at it, it is a little bit ridiculous. Like LeBron's bringing the ball up, running point, and always seems to find an open man, or make the correct basketball decision, as it were. Oh my gosh, dude. They just called another terrible foul. I have the sound off, but this is another terrible foul. Gordon driving to the hoop. He's got a Morris twin near him, and he throws up a layup. I mean, the guy's playing defense, so yeah, I mean, he's in the area. Like, they didn't show the replay. Again, if they don't show the replay, it was a god-awful call. I'm hoping that this is a Stan Van Gundy type affair, and he's letting them have it, because my goodness, really bad calls here in the first half. I mean, for the Rockets, losing James Harden for this 16-inch stretch, that could be the whole season. That could be it. You can't give James Harden a third foul there on a layup. Maybe if he's playing defense, if what he does is defense, and he reaches or smashes somebody, maybe you give him a third foul if it's really but on his own layup, James Harden, master layup man, is doing an offensive foul to a dude who's moving. I don't get it. They see that little alley-oop play to Anthony Davis from LeBron James, and my goodness, that's a pretty hard play to stop, isn't it? Actually, Harden's back in there playing with the third foul. I guess D'Antoni trusts him. He drives to the hoop and gets a foul call of his own. He's going to the line, I believe. Let's see here. Oh yeah, dude. Anthony Davis also no PJ Tucker, no extracurricular. Seems like the jersey stuff may be ending here. Rondo as well. Rondo no. Oh, but Danny Green does have how many more on there on his jersey? It says 14. That's his number, right? Not how many more. They're giving us a schedule here. Tomorrow we'll have a game 5 of the Nuggets and Clippers. They'll be looking to close out, I believe, the Nuggets. And then game 7, the late cap, Raptors Celtics. I got to think the Celtics are going to take care of some business. Really do. I really do. I really think the Celtics are going to just put a whooping on them. There was that little bit of a brouhaha after the overtime. So Celtics are going to come in there and just, I think, obliterate them. But, it's a game 7 in the bubble. So I don't even know. I'm trying to think. I really didn't watch the first round that much outside of the Lakers. Really. If there was a game 7 in the bubble, I don't recall. Looking here, open 3. He rattles it in there. Extendo lead, 42. Rockets, 31. Yeah, I did send out a little bit of a bat signal, see if we could get any special guests to join me on the program. And so far, I haven't heard anything. Nobody's fired back up, but still early. Gordon drains the deep 3, chopping it back down to 8. Rondo. Oh, Danny Green. Skipping it around. Layup. Nobody home on the defensive end. He puts it in with the finger roll. 44-34. LeBron liked it. He's off the bench, giving his seal of approval. This time, Gordon's off with the 3. Anthony Davis gets the rebound. He gives it to Rondo. Pick and roll action. Finds a corner. It's off the back iron. Oh, but guess who gets the rebound? The big guy. Anthony Davis secures the rebound. Finds the Morris twin for a jam. A jam. Oh, Dwight Howard's got his goggles on. Dwight Howard's got his goggles on. Oh, my God, that's all hilarious. Dwight Howard has his goggles on. I mean, I like the fact that Dwight Howard's around. I've always been a big Dwight Howard fan. You know, I always thought, you know, who wouldn't want a Dwight Howard? If you go to the gym and like have a Dwight Howard option, yes, I'll give it to Dwight Howard, please. He did, you know, lead a team to the finals. I think that's something. He beat LeBron. You know, not many people in that conference during this era can say they beat LeBron, and he almost swept LeBron had it not been for that one shot that they show every year where LeBron hits that 3-pointer and goes crazy. That was a 4-1 series. I know specifically because I bet on the Orlando sweep. And that's the only freaking game they won. Buzzer beater from LeBron at the top of the key with his eyes closed, falling away. It wasn't that much money, but still to this day, I'm not really a fan. I've seen that shot. But I mean, yeah, they run it out every package. Harden to the free throw line. Right. Okay. James Harden. Puts down both free throws, and the lead is back down to 10. Now, I heard something interesting about changing the logo. Something I had never really even considered, changing the NBA logo. I know who the logo is, so I would wonder how he feels about the whole deal. Obviously, the person that they were telling be the logo was Kobe, but not even sure. Not sure. I feel about it. I guess I don't really care. If they change it, change it. Why not change it every year? New logo every year? I'm okay with it. Why not? It's just a guy dribbling a ball. What does it matter? I guess they have all those. But I mean, I don't know. Not sure. Anthony Davis down low. Danny Green, by the way, hit another 3. He's in the corner. He's wide open. Oh my God, he's wide open again. Danny Green wide open. He missed it this time, but boy, Danny Green wide open. I mean, that's a good shot. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're showing the replay of Danny Green stroking one from the corner. Going to commercial break again. It looks like a commercial. Now they're movie previews. I've been seeing a lot of movie previews. Is anybody actually buying these movies or going to the movie theater? I would never go to the movie theater. No way. It's in the dark with a bunch of people. I'm good, man. Maybe watching it at home, but I'm gonna pay for it. Won't it just stream eventually anyway on one of these other streaming things? I don't know. I'm not saying no, but so far for me that's a no. I want to go out, like I want to go places now that I can work from home. I can work from anywhere basically. So I want to go grab an Airbnb for a week and go work in a city, but I'm terrified of flying because of the whole plague thing. So I'm not really going to do it. I just feel like I'm kind of confined. I guess I could drive somewhere, but where would I even want to drive to? I guess I could visit family maybe? I don't know. Denver? Go to Colorado maybe? How far is Colorado? I'm not. Rent a car? Yeah. Anyway. I promise some reading from the 4 agreements, and therefore I shall read from the 4 agreements. A practical guide to personal freedom. The 4 agreements. Looks like, these agreements, although touted as wisdom, the book was made in 1997. So maybe this is the first time someone put pen to paper for it, but that long ago. To the circle of fire, those who have gone before, those who are present, and those who are yet to come. Table of contents starts with an introduction. And you got a first, a second, a third, a 4th agreement. Those are sandwiched between an introduction, the Toltec path to freedom, the new dream, heaven on earth, and we're going to close it out with some prayers. So that's the table of contents, and still looking at that commercial break right now. I am actually I'm a YouTube TV guy. I'm a YouTube TV guy. I was a direct TV guy. I just decided I didn't want to do direct TV anymore, so I got rid of the direct TV. The bill was about to go up or whatever, and I want to watch Red Zone. I'm a Red Zone fanatic. I love Red Zone. Sunday's going to be a Red Zone day, and in order to get Red Zone with DirecTV, you got to get like the Sunday NFL package, which is like $5. It's like a lot of money, and they don't give you an option to just get the Red Zone channel by itself. You got to have the package. Last year, I fought with them for like a grand total of like 4 hours probably, and I got the whole package free, right? Got the whole package free. I didn't want to do another 5 hours of customer support and Twitter and all this stuff. So I just was like, let's just cancel it. And my bill was a little high anyway. So I'm a YouTube TV guy. I love YouTube TV. It's great. No problem so far with the YouTube TV. It's been awesome. Streaming YouTube TV is great. I love it. I was going to do Sling. I was ready to be a Sling guy. I was going to be a Sling man. I even did the Sling trial. But when it came down to it, nuts and bolts were on the table. This YouTube TV guys, they got the Red Zone channel, which is what I wanted, and the NFL Network. So I went with the YouTube TV. I am excited about Sunday. I love Red Zone. I've got 2 fantasy teams generally, so it should be good. The game tonight, I've got a couple Chiefs in the mix who are going to be doing some things, some guys you heard of, some guys you heard of, if you watch football, that is. Lakers up 49-37. We got 2 minutes left in the first half. We'll be going to halftime. Halftime gives you some entertainment. We got the crew, TNT crew, of course, the best crew in all the land. And I'd probably go sports, period. Can't think of any other crew that I would want to get my info from. Shaq, Chuck, Kenny, and the main man, Ernie. Those guys always seem to be having a good time, love what they do. Big fan. LeBron James goes bully ball because he's got Harden on him, and he bricks the layup. He gets his own rebound, though, and this time he puts it in with a foul. He's going to get 3 points potentially. I mean, when you play small ball like these guys do, LeBron is out there just putting up shots, getting his own board, springs going up. I don't know. But it is interesting. I guess I'm kind of talking about it, and I don't have the sound on to know if the announcers have made mention of it, but kind of odd that the jersey protests are just kind of done for some people, but some people still have them on there. I'm thinking, but I mean, no, it's the Lakers, of course, but it's more like, oh, no, you know, Russell Westbrook still has his thing going on. Oh my gosh, inbound play. Someone gets burned by the back door. Caruso with the layup. 1 minute left here in the first half. Lakers firmly in control, pounding them in the paint. 24 points in the paint. The Rockets 14. And, I mean, the glass is just all Lakers. LeBron bringing it up. Goes to that bully ball post-up thing that he likes to do. Finds an open man. Oh, Splashtown. Three-pointer, Caruso. 54-39. It's getting out of hand. You know it's getting out of hand because they're showing Dwight Howard again on the bench, and he's doing a dance thing that I like. Looked kind of like a Bernie maybe, but it was more like Dwight was just doing his own thing, you know. LeBron again just puts his head down, goes to the hole, puts a layup in, and another foul. Oh my gosh, this could be another three-point play for LeBron. This was an acrobatic layup. It was a right-handed layup on the left-hand side. Just sticks it in there. And I mean, obviously there's a guy fouling him too. As it must be noted, there was a man fouling him. And he still made the layup. Frank Vogel not pleased with any of what we're seeing here. These replays where the Lakers are just scoring at will, and Frank Vogel has like no happiness, no clapping. He is stoic. 26 seconds left here in the quarter. LeBron got a little bit of blood on his jersey, so they got the Tide Pods. They've got some Tide Pods. They're wiping the blood off. They're wiping the blood off with blood. Can't even have blood on his jersey. PJ Tucker's pleading his case, saying it wasn't a foul. Looked like a clear whack. And honestly, if you had, from that replay, it looked like Harden whacked him. Honestly. It looked like Harden reached in and whacked him. He was trying to do like a ball whack, but he just didn't get anything. And then they gave it to PJ Tucker. I can see why PJ Tucker's like, I didn't foul him, but you know, Harden did a reach-in thing, which is so stupid when you have 3 fouls. Guy you haven't heard anything from tonight, it seems. At least I can't recall saying his name. Russell Westbrook. I have to pull up the box score to see what he's got going on, but he's number 0, and well, I mean, I don't think he has 0 points. That would be a bit much, but let me see what we're working with. I'll pull up the box score right now. That football game should be kicking off right as this one goes off to halftime, it looks like. I'll have to check the other channel here. Let's see here. Pulling up the box score as we wind down here in the first half. The Lakers, 57 points. Anthony Davis has 10. LeBron, 7. So it's just Anthony Caruso with a 9 burger. Danny Green has an 8 chop. So it's just a well-balanced, well-oiled machine from the Lakers in the first half. But yeah, these guys here on the Rockets, Westbrook with 6 points, Harden with a mere 10. Right now it's, I would say, looking like the Lakers are going to take this one down. I'll keep it on like the Gamecast just in case things do take a turn. But I'm going to get the football game queued up, see what they've got going on in Arrowhead, see what the atmosphere is like. Let's see here. Also, a little bit of hockey tonight. Got a hockey game. Got a Western Conference hockey game going on. The Vegas Knights versus the Dallas Stars. Always cool to see Stars, you know, having a chance to go to the old Cup. I think Vegas is the favorite, but I could see them pulling something off there. Still figuring out the YouTube TV. Let's see here. There we are. Football night in America. after a long day of red zone, these guys show up on Sunday night, and I actually do enjoy the crew that they've got as well. I do enjoy that show. Wouldn't you know, as soon as I put it on, I've got the game on, and wouldn't you know, they've got Patrick Mahomes shown on the screen, directly followed by Deshaun Watson. A couple people kneeling. I'm not sure. Looks like they're praying. They aren't kneeling. Travis Kelce looks like he's ready to play a football game. A fresh cut from the Travis Kelce. Must be a little bit chilly because Deshaun Watson got a beanie on, and it does look like there's a smattering of fans. It does look actually, oh my gosh, I did not know that there were going to be fans in the stands here, people. There looks to be smattering. It's not like by any means sold out or anything like that, but there are fans in the stands. I did not expect that. I thought we were going to be dealing with an empty situation. So yeah, I mean, there's going to be at least some noise within the stands. Because there is smattering throughout the lower bowl and even some upper deckers I'm seeing as well. They're going to J.J. Watt here. J.J. Watt's getting his, he's not injured yet, so he'll get a few snaps tonight. Looking at the game, I think the Chiefs were favored by too many points, I thought, but I did not get into my normal pick'em league due to controversy last year. Apparently, someone ran off with like 5 G's or something. I mean, technically some of it was my money. I put money in the pot, but I was not the one that was jilted out of winnings or anything. But they sent out like a thing. There was a thing, and I didn't feel comfortable signing in and playing again just because of the thing here. Looks like they're doing like Andy Reid has a face shield thing on. That's interesting. The players, though, they're not really concerned. No little mask up situation. They're all meeting in the middle of the field. Looks like they're gonna do like a group. They're linking arms. Patrick Mahomes is linking arms with Deshaun Watson. Andy Reid with the face mask thing. He's the only guy out there that has a face mask thing. It's not the actual cloth mask. It's like the shield you would have if you were welding, but a plastic thing, And so they're all linked up. Chiefs and Texans doing an arm thing. I don't have the sound on. They're not playing the anthem or anything, but I think it was just a show of unity between all the players on both teams. They're probably talking about, the same causes that you might be talking about in the NBA, I would imagine. But again, I'm just speculating. I don't know what they're doing. Oh yeah, exactly what it is. A show of unity. They're all together. And as a whole, I'd say yes, we are indeed all together. But stop killing people. It sucks. Now Patrick Mahomes actually has a mask on now. All of a sudden, he's going out there to do the coin toss. Mask. Show of unity. No mask. Coin toss. Mask. But anyway, yeah, the line on the game, I thought I saw like 9.5, something like that. So I don't know, not sure. They did show up a bullet point thing that showed what they were unified about, but I didn't catch it, and they definitely didn't leave it up there that long. It was just a bing, bang, boom, real quick thing that they do. Now, looks like they're about ready to actually put the ball in play. Showing all the various stars on each team. I heard something that the Chiefs were returning all 22 starters. That seemed outlandish that they would have all 22 starters available from the last year's team after they won the Super Bowl and paid Patrick Mahomes like $1 billion, $500 million or whatever it was. Like, how could they possibly manage to keep the whole squad together? Can't be right. I must have heard wrong. But that's what somebody was telling me. Maybe. I don't know. It does look like the home team's going to be putting it in the air first here on the kickoff. Texans will be receiving. Obviously, the Texans are going to look a little bit different with not that one guy that they had out there as receiver. That one guy, he was something else. He was something special. I think the quarterback really appreciated him being out there too. But, you know, stylistically, maybe David Johnson coming in, you know, with a little bit something to prove. You know, he doesn't want to be, you know, he doesn't want to ride off into the sunset after, you know, getting injured. No one does. So, got a little something on his chest there. Maybe might work out, but I don't think fans were too thrilled with that, and I don't think the quarterback was all that thrilled. But as you can imagine, it was a touchback, and we're starting at the 25-yard line in the shotgun. 2 receivers on the near side. Run up the middle. I think it's the man I was just saying. It is. David Johnson looks like he squirted up there for about 5 yards on the opening carry. All right, and so here we go. Banging the shotgun again. This time we've got 3 receivers, 1 in motion. Shotgun back. He's going to pass. Got some touch on it. Oh, and wouldn't you know it? Would you know it? The first pass that they attempt hits the dude in the hands. A nice touch pass from Watson. And Fuller can't pull it in. He was, you know, someone was playing defense, but he got both hands on it. And they always say, if you get both hands on it, you catch it. And he did not. He did not catch it. Brings up a 3rd and 5. Empty set for Watson. 4 receivers. Oh, looks like a false start to me. I believe that is right. Here we go. They're going to be backing him up. Beep, 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 beep. Looked like I guess that would be your right guard got a little early jump. He knew the blitz was coming, and maybe there was some crazy crowd noise or something. I don't know. Larry Tunsil jumped. It's going to bring up 3rd and long for the road team. Really don't want to have to punt so quickly when you have this Patrick Mahomes type in the wings. 14-21. Yeah, I mean, they've done nothing. Yeah, I mean, they got a 5-yard run from David Johnson, and then they decide pass. Oh, Watson under pressure. Oh, no. Tries to dump it off to Johnson. Thought it was a little off target because of the pressure, and he tried to one-hand it, but he could not bring it in. It's going to bring up a 4th and 10, and the Chiefs will be taking over. Should get adequate, decent type field position depending on how the punt goes. We'll see here. Yeah, no. They said right now I'm seeing here they got 17,000 people in the stadium, and they sound like 50,000, right? Of course, yeah. But that's what that's what they're saying on the broadcast here. Punts up, and oh no, it's on the sideline there. It rolls out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. So Chiefs will be taking over here. Patrick Mahomes, reigning, defending Super Bowl champion. So yeah, this should be good. I mean, this is the guy you want, right? I mean, he's the one. I mean, Andy Reid is going to win multiple Super Bowls now that he has a Patrick Mahomes, right? I mean that's clear, right? I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some people that have something to say about it, but Donovan McNabb, multiple championship games, 1 Super Bowl appearance, always on the brink. Alex Smith. Now he's got Patrick Mahomes, who's already done it. I see these guys as maybe, possibly, could be dynasty time. I don't know. They have to. I mean, surely those other guys have to be packing it in already. You know, like they've had their time in the sun. They can't be greedy, right? I mean, what's Bill Belichick gonna do with a quarterback that won the Heisman and was a #1 pick overall? He's used to having a guy that was drafted 6th round or whatever, Mr. Irrelevant. Imagine, I mean, he's not going to know what to do with a guy like Cam Newton. They're going to be out of sorts. It's going to be, it's just going to be a train wreck is the only way I could describe what it's going to be like, right? I mean, no way they could figure out how to do it with him. I mean, Jesus, with Matt Castle, they won 11 games. So with Cam, I mean, they should be able to win some games, right? I do think that Belichick they'll put like a glass jar head of Belichick in there if he needs to win a Super Bowl before he retires, just to prove everybody, like, I can do it without Tom Brady. Tom Brady, on the other hand, Father Time is undefeated. So I think he may be maybe it's my, oh, it looks like the Chiefs pick up a first down. Let me see here. I didn't see that. It looked like a swing pass to the running back potentially. Let me see what they got here. Texans bring a little zone blitz. Yes, exactly. It was a dump off to the running back there. Looks like Williams was picking up a pass from Mahomes. A real quick check down and pick up the first down. It wasn't by much, just about 2 extra yards. Approaching midfield. Handoff to, looks like, the Hardman. The Hardman with the handoff. So Hardman breaks it out. You know, that was a double jet. They had 2 jets going around, and we got double jet. First jet comes around, you got to respect the first jet. Second jet comes through, and he gets the ball. You don't ever really, it's second jet, and they had the blocking set up and picked up, I think, 6 or 7 yards. Maybe. 6. Broke midfield. Mahomes in the shotgun. Looks like Kelsey in motion. Here we go. Mahomes, that's who he finds. Kelsey breaks a tackle, shakes another one, dives forward for a couple extra, and the Chiefs are in business. Definitely. All right, and so here we go. Kelsey stops. He finds a little softness in the zone, posts up, and nobody around. He gets the ball. I mean, he's such a big target. Mahomes loves that guy. Nobody's guarding him. He breaks a couple of tackles and dives forward for a little extra yardage. They've made it to about the 35-yard line of Houston. Another shotgun set. Oh, this time Mahomes is looking deep. He's throwing it up. He's got a man. Hits him in stride. Does he hold on? I don't know. This is going to be close. They're saying it's a touchdown, but they're going to go to the review here. I'm not so sure it's going to stand, but right now we've got touchdown team. He hits a man deep. And if I think it is the man that I think it is, let me just see who it is. Can't be certain yet. Can't be certain yet. They're not showing him. Here comes the replay. Now, they're going to show the replay here. And it looks like it's Robinson, actually, who catches the bomb. I am not 100% sure, though. Yes, it is. It is Robinson. So it drops in here. He goes to the ground. They're hand fighting, and then the ball pops out. So I'm not entirely sure what they're going to say here. To me, it's a touchdown. But in the NFL, when the ball is not secured, oh, no, actually, I just got another angle here. And, yeah, he definitely loses it. He's definitely losing it. They're going to call this one back, I think. I mean, I don't know. It is the home team, so you just don't know. But for me, I think this is gonna get reversed. I think they're going to have to. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they're under review. Yeah, they're under review here. They're bringing in the review team. I'm reviewing it and saying it's not a touchdown. They should have someone that can do that just as quickly as I can so that they don't have to stick their head underneath the stupid hood and do all this stuff. Nah. We don't know. Now they're going to commercial break, actually. They're going to commercial break. And this commercial break here is an NFL commercial. So that does stand to reason why they might want to go under the hood if they're going to run their own commercials. Now that makes sense. Do some NFL commercials, people. We need to take a break because we're doing some break time. It gives us a chance to look in on the basketball game. I didn't see any kind of drama from that, but I will look at it here. Wait 1 second. Here we go. Let's take a look. 57-41 is what I'm showing. It still shows at halftime. They may be just kicking off the third quarter. 57-41. Lakers in control. Now, going back to the 4 agreements. The 4 agreements. The 4 agreements. So here we go. We're gonna go into the 4 agreements because it's a commercial. Now, acknowledgements, I'll read it because it's a humble one. I would like to humbly acknowledge my mother, Sarita, who taught me unconditional love. My father, Jose Luis, who taught me discipline. My grandfather, Leonardo Macias, who gave me the key to unlock the Toltec mysteries. And my sons, Miguel, Jose Luis, and Leonardo. I wish to express my deep affection and appreciation to the dedication of Gaia Jenkins and Trey Jenkins. I would like to extend my profound gratitude to Janet Mills, publisher, editor, believer. I am also abidingly grateful to Ray Chambers for lighting the way. All right. I'm not going to keep reading the acknowledgments. It doesn't seem, there's not much, and I don't know these people. It's cool that he's acknowledging them. Imagine if when I wrote a book, I got to acknowledge some people. Mostly when I write my book, I'm going to acknowledge, I mean, probably just my mom, honestly. You know what I mean? I got to acknowledge my mom, you know. She did the best that she could, and I know I got a dad, so they both equally made me who I am genetically, but not having her here, it hurts a lot. And the whole thing with the thing, her dying, and the aftermath, I really feel alone a lot of times. Sucks. Well, I bet they're coming back here with the review, and yeah, I'm saying here we go. Yeah. Oh, he's giving the big fat incomplete, so that's great. Bill O'Brien, full mask. He's got the full mask. I think if I was gonna have to be there for 3 hours, I'm probably gonna do the face shield thing that Andy Reid's got, where he's got the plastic thing. I don't think I want that mask right on my nose like that. I don't know. I don't think so. Not for 3 hours. Oh, no way. So we'll see. We'll see. Taking a Mahomes touchdown off the board, that hurts me in my daily fantasy quest for the three-peat. I do have Mahomes, but I got to believe that he's going to find the end zone sometime tonight. But who knows? Still 0-0. Play action. Oh, Mahomes in trouble, and he's sacked. Oh, my gosh. And J.J. Watt comes in with a late shot. I think J.J. Watt, he came in with that late shot, man. Why would you do that? Mahomes was clearly wrapped up, about to get taken down, and Watt has to come in and get his grubby paws on the Mahomie. In the head area, too. I mean, they didn't call a penalty, it doesn't look like, but, man, don't hit the quarterback in the head. That should be like, everybody should know that. You know? Everybody should know that. All right, pulling up my daily fantasy standings, and nothing going on, really. Nothing going on, really. Nice, dude. Nice. I think I may be. Let me take a look here. One guy who played a defense who's in first, of course. Oh, and the Chiefs are forced to punt after the sack. 4th and 18. Looked like it was going to be a touchdown. Couldn't hold it in, and couldn't haul it in and control it in the end zone. And the Texans get off the field, but they should be dealing with a really long field unless they inadvertently booted into the end zone. He's kicking off from about midfield. I've always been a fan of the coffin corner here, but I don't really see that one all too much. They usually just pooch it down there. Sometimes it rolls in the end zone. Sometimes it doesn't. This time it does. Smart play by the returner. He actually kind of chipped the guy who was going to make the play on the ball there. But locked up at 0. Going to another commercial break. So you know what time that is. That means it's time. It's time. It's time. Oh, the 4 agreement. The 4 agreement. 4 agreement. 4 agreement. That's 4 agreements, people. Now, the introduction. Now, it should be noted, I mean, I don't think these are actually marijuana leaves. They're probably not, but they do kind of look like marijuana leaves at first glance until you actually really look at them. the little white flower thing that's not, obviously going to be a bud, but it does kind of look like an herb leaf. Now, the introduction, the smoky mirror. 3,000 years ago, there was a human just like you and me who lived near a city surrounded by mountains. The human was studying to become a medicine man, to learn the knowledge of his ancestors, but he didn't completely agree with everything he was learning. In his heart, he felt there must be something more. One day, as he slept in a cave, he dreamed that he saw his own body sleeping. He came out of the cave on the night of a new moon. The sky was clear, and he could see millions of stars. Then, something happened inside of him that transformed his life forever. He looked at his hands, he felt his body, and he heard his own voice say, I am made of light. I am made of stars. He looked at the stars again, and he realized that it's not the stars that create light, but rather light that creates the stars. Everything is made of light, he said, and space in between isn't empty. And he knew that everything that exists is one living being, and that light is the messenger of life, because it is alive and contains all information. Then he realized that although he was made of stars, he was not those stars. I am in between the stars, he thought. So he called the stars the Tono, and the light between the stars, the Nago. And he knew that what created the harmony and space between the two of life, he knew what created the harmony and space between the two is life or intent. The game's back on here, and David Johnson takes a handoff. Both times David Johnson got the ball, he's made it move. He gets about 6, 7, could even be a possible 8-yard carry. But let's see if they're going to pass here after they rip off a decent run. Yes, it was a 7-yard run. Now, yes, of course, after the 7-yard run, you go to an empty set. Let's get the empty set out there. We want 5 wide receivers, 3 at the top of your screen. 3 receivers, far side. Back pass, 3-step drop, finds a tight end. It looks like the big tight end, the big guy finds his tight end, and we've got a first down for the Texans. All right, back in the huddle. 9 minutes now. This time they got, looks like a pistol formation. Hand off, David Johnson finds a hole again. Man, this guy is really working. He gets about 8, maybe 9. Rolls up there. It's going to be, depending on the spot. I'm imagining this is going to be a 9-yard pickup. Maybe 8. But the Texans are finding some running lanes. They are finding some running lanes. David Johnson, when he doesn't get tackled, he just runs straight. Pretty good. No one tackles him. Just keep running. Only 28 years old is David Johnson, so 30 number. This time they throw it to David Johnson on a screen, makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and it's tackled after picking up the first down. Looks like maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not sure. See where they spot him. So it's a big turn of events there. I mean, big turn of events. Chiefs look like they score a touchdown. Everything's going their way. Then you have the sack, punt. Now Texans on the move. They've made it past midfield. They're into Chiefs territory. Watson changing up the play at the line of scrimmage. Again, I just don't understand. Nobody in the backfield with him. Going empty. Empty set. Chiefs bring a little heat, but Watson gets rid of it. Hauled in for a catch. This time, Fuller's able to actually secure the catch. And we're on to second down. It's going to be second and I'd say probably 4 if I had to guess where we're going to be at. Huddling up. See where they spot him. Yeah, 2nd and 4. All right, and so they are moving. Another first down will get them a little bit closer to field goal range. Maybe even thinking about scoring a touchdown here. This time they handed it up to the second back. It's not David Johnson. He gets tackled pretty quickly. Didn't see exactly who that back was there, but he's the smaller. That's kind of hilarious. It's Johnson. You got David Johnson and is that Duke Johnson maybe? Possibly. Yeah. I believe that is right. That is a Duke Johnson. 3rd and 2 here. 3rd and 2. Kind of in an in-between zone. Really wouldn't want to have to punt from your own or from their 39. I mean, but it's so far for a field goal. Oh, they got a good jump. Protection holds, finds his man, picks up the first down again. 2 defenders there, but they could not converge in time to break up the pass. First down. Taking down to 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Here comes a replay. Great protection. I mean, they did bring a little extra heat, but they picked it up. And when they pick it up, Watson has enough time to do a pump fake, find the man inside. Yeah, I mean, he's got a little tiny hole in the zone, fits it in there, under center here. I mean, play action. It's a screen. Blocking is good. Inside the 20. Oh, no, he stopped just before he gets to the 20, I think. Yes, he stopped just short of the 20, but they're right on the edge of the red zone. Looks like we've got a man shaking up. He's not getting up. He's holding his arm. Oh, no. It's one of the big guys from the Chiefs. He's holding his arm. I just hate to see anyone get hurt because, man, these guys are the toughest of the tough. So if these guys are hurt, imagine the pain that they must be feeling. These are the toughest of the tough. The toughest of the tough. And these on the ground wailing and crying. It's terrible. They've gone to another commercial break. So let's pick up the introduction where we left off. Without life, the Tono and Nago could not exist. Life is the force of the absolute, the supreme, the creator who creates everything. This is what he discovered. Everything in existence is a manifestation of the one living being we call God. Everything is God. And he came to the conclusion that human perception is merely light receiving light. He also saw that matter is a mirror. Everything is a mirror that reflects light and creates images of that light. And the world of illusion, the dream, is just like smoke, which doesn't allow us to see what we really are. The real us is pure love, pure light, he said. This realization changed his life. Once he knew what he really was, he looked around at other humans and the rest of nature, and he was amazed at what he saw. He saw himself in everything, in every human, in every animal, in every tree, in the water, in the rain, in the clouds, in the earth. And he saw that life mixed the Tono and the Nago in their different ways to create billions of manifestations of life. In those few moments, he comprehended everything. He was very excited, and his heart was filled with peace. He could hardly wait to tell his people what he had discovered. But there were no words to explain it. He tried to tell others, but they could not understand. They could not see that he had changed, that something beautiful was radiating from his eyes and his voice. They noticed that he no longer had judgment about anything or anyone. He was no longer like anyone else. He could understand everyone very well, but no one could understand him. They believed that he was an incarnation of God, and he smiled when he heard this, and he said, "It's true, I am God, but you are also God. We are the same, you and I. We are images of light. We are God. But still, the people did not understand him. Oh my gosh, I look up here. It's a touchdown by David Johnson. He puts one in the end zone. The Texans take an early lead. 6-0. Oh my goodness. I'll have to catch a replay. They were about 20 yards out here, so let's see how he broke this one. I was in the midst of the truth. Inside handoff, and nobody touches him. He skates to the end zone. Would have been good in two-hand touch, I think. Up the middle. It was a nice delay. He followed his blocking. Oh, actually, excuse me. Two-hand touch. He would have been down, but they're not playing two-hand touch yet. So. People still don't understand him. They're kicking the extra point. I'm going to say extra point's going to be good, but it's a 33-yarder straight down the middle. 7-0. Texans, early lead, 4:54 remaining in the first. We know the script, though. I mean, this is the script that the Texans always use. Win early against the Chiefs and then blow it late. It's a tried and true formula for them. I can't imagine that they had any other kind of game plan except for let's get the lead early and then we'll lose like we do all the time later. Anyway, the people did not understand him. He had discovered that he was a mirror for the rest of the people, a mirror in which he could see himself. Everyone is a mirror, he said. He saw himself in everyone, but nobody saw him as themselves. And he realized that everyone was dreaming, but without awareness, without knowing what they really are. They couldn't see him as themselves because there was a wall of fog or smoke between the mirrors. And that wall of fog was made by the interpretation of images of light, the dream of humans. Then he knew he would soon forget all that he had learned. He wanted to remember all the visions he had had. So he decided to call himself the smoky mirror, so that he would always know that matter is a mirror, and the smoke in between is what keeps us from knowing what we are. He said, I am the smoky mirror because I am looking at myself in all of you, but we don't recognize each other because of the smoke in between us. The smoke is the dream, and the mirror is you, the dreamer. That's the first chapter. That's the introduction. Actually, excuse me, that's not the first chapter. That's the introduction. So we got the introduction there, and living is easy with eyes closed, misunderstanding all you see. Now, that's a John Lennon quote, so I got chills up my spine personally when I get a touch of the John Lennon. I was fortunate enough to catch a Beatle. Yeah, Paul McCartney. I'm sorry, gosh dang it. Oh, God, man. Demerit. Sir Paul McCartney. I saw him at ACL. We got really close because we just camped out basically for Sir Paul McCartney and a Beatle. And that's what we did, you know. And, I'd say I cried. I did. I got teary-eyed and I lost it a little bit, you know, because, I mean, it was really awesome seeing him. You know, it was super awesome. I mean, one of the best shows, definitely one of the top of the heap of the shows that I've seen. I have seen a lot of shows. But he was up there, and, you know, the reason I cried mostly was because those other guys should be up there with him, too, doing it, too. You know? Obviously, there's some health issues and murder issues, but they should be up there still being the Beatles, you know. Imagine what they would have created if they were afforded the opportunity to keep creating once they've already established themselves as ultimate creators. I mean, yeah, there's personality and, you know, things happen, but we were robbed. That's all you can say is robbed. I mean, some even may say, I'm a dreamer, you know. Some may say that. I've never said it personally. I don't say that kind of thing, but some may say. I know I'm not the only one, okay? I'm not the only one. Chiefs quickly pick up a 7-yard gain there, and now they're moving the ball. About 4 minutes left in the first quarter. When the Chiefs pounded up the middle with just a run play, that just like a head hammer on nail play, I don't get it. I mean, I guess you have to have those plays in there to respect the action. So you got to stick it in there every now and then. But much rather have them looking for an open man throwing it than just hand off up the middle for 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 3rd and 2, it's a short 3rd down. Play clock ticking down here. It's 3 seconds and another just pound up the middle. And this time, it's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot here. I think Texans are holding up that famous fist. Oh, the ref is confirming it's a fist. They did a run play up the middle. Nobody was fooled. Stuffed him at the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and inches, but you can't go for it here when you're on your own side. Yeah, he did not get it. It was a game tackle situation. He probably would have made it if he hadn't had that second. Oh, and the Chiefs actually they're running out there like they're going to go for it. They're on their own 35. Oh, my God, they are going for it. It's a fullback dive. Oh, my gosh. Fullback dive, and he barely squirts ahead for the first down. All those fists are null. There was no punt. They just ran it right up the gut with the fullback dive. One of my favorite plays in Madden for short yardage was fullback dive, for sure. When I played the college game, I was a triple option man, so fullback got a lot of action on that triple option because, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just run it right up the middle. They're not going to stop it. But wow. I guess when you win the Super Bowl, you start going for it on your own side when it's 4th and inches. They just ran a tight end screen to Travis Kelce, who breaks ahead and crashes past midfield. Chiefs on the move. Chiefs on the move. All right, and I'll take a peek here as they're doing the replay and see if the basketball game has gotten any more dramatic, if the Rockets have made any kind of headway on the lead. Actually, it seems to be going the other way. It refreshed here, and I'm looking at 78-60. Lakers up 18 with 3 minutes in the 3rd. Again, looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 Lakers in double figures right now in the 3rd quarter. Leading man Anthony Davis with 21. LeBron with a pedestrian 10. He got 11 boards and 6 assists, but only 10 points there for the LeBron machine. 78-61. Rockets actually chipping away. Harden with 15. Westbrook 13. Yeah. All right. Again, handoff straight up the middle for the Chiefs. Oh, this time he does break up. He's breaking it. First down and Ness. He does get tackled eventually, but not before he picks up. Looks like maybe 16 or 17. That's Edwards-Helaire. I believe that's rookie running back. He was a fantasy. People were on him in fantasy. I'll just say that. My league, they were on him. They wanted him, and that was the first time I think he squirted away for any real tangible yardage. Yeah, they're doing that. They're doing his package here. Yes, out of LSU, of course. LSU, of course. Defending champs, the ones who whooped Texas. Oh, now my homie, quick stop, pop, picks up another first down. This should wind out the quarter, I think. I think that's going to wind out the quarter. Yes, it is. They're gearing up to take another commercial break, and that's going to be my cue. I don't know how people do this where they talk for so long and they never use the restroom. How is that? I mean, they must have a restroom near when a commercial comes on. They must just go use the restroom or something, right? I mean, that's got to be what it is. Has to be, right? Has to be. If I can get this thing going here, let's see. If I can get this thing going here. While I'm using the restroom, I'm gonna give you guys a little Little bin bomber. We can get this thing going while I use the restroom. I hope I don't have to deal with any kind of bin baller people, like, you know, because I'm using his jams. He actually was here in town, and yeah, we got to see him. It was awesome. Really small venue. Had the nice balcony bottle service situation going on. He actually came up. He wasn't even the headliner. The other guy who was headlining was on stage, and Ben Baller came, and he was like at the next little table next to us, and got to say exchange a few words, which is kind of cool. Didn't get a picture. I should have got a picture. I'm not a picture man. I had a couple opportunities when I think about it to get pictures with people that I really, you know, get a lot of enjoyment out of. Like obviously Ben Balmer, you know, his music really, when I was driving Uber, was, you know, that was a highlight of the whole experience, because it's very good driving music. The other one, I was freaking in the middle of downtown Dallas for WrestleMania, if you could believe it, and I ran into the producer of one of my favorite radio shows, and he was trolling, because he's a, you know, he's a troll type. That's just what, you know, he is, and I'm a troll type too. So I recognize, you know, recognize troll, as you might say. Oh my gosh, Mahomes hits Robinson again in the end zone, and he drops it. Maybe stop looking for that guy in the end zone if he doesn't want to catch the ball. That's two in the end zone. I mean, one of them was a little bit tougher. Obviously, he was covered, and they were hand fighting. But this one, there's nobody around, and just hits him near the chest area, and he drops it. That's, I mean, Mahomes is on a scramble, so it's not the best accuracy probably for his, you know, for his. But it's got to be caught there. You have to secure the touchdown. So big third down and goal here. Who's he looking at this time? Oh, you know who he's looking at this time? His big man, the tight end, Travis Kelce, who's always open down there. This time, there's no doubt. It's a touchdown. And they go down the field, 11 plays, 75 yards, about 6 minutes there. The key play of the drive, 4th and inches from your own end of the field, and you pick it up. And it wasn't like a great pickup. It was a pickup. They inched it over kind of type thing. So I don't know. If I'm the defensive here, that's the guy that you can't let get it. Is Kelce, right? I mean, who else are you not letting get it, right? Like Kelce, everybody agrees, right? You can't let Kelce get the ball when it's 3rd and goal, when you have a chance to make the stop. It can't be Kelce. I mean, obviously, you know, Kelce's a fucking phenomenal, great player. He's going to get touchdowns, but 3rd and goal, I would think maybe on Madden or the video games, you can like highlight the player and say, don't let him get it. I would have probably done that. At least if he gets it, you know, I did everything I could as a coach, or in this case, video game player. All right, let's pick up the truths here. The truths as we've gone to another commercial break. Now, the title of the book, again, is the 4 Agreements, a wisdom book. we've gone through the introduction. We've made our way to the first chapter. And just wanted to look at something before I dove in. And now I can't remember exactly what it was. So, without further ado, the title of the first chapter, Domestication and the Dream of the Planet. So, what you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. You are dreaming right now in this moment. You are dreaming with the brain awake. Dreaming is the main function of the mind, and the mind dreams 24 hours a day. It dreams when the brain is awake. It also dreams when the brain is asleep. The difference is that when the brain is awake, there is a material frame that makes us perceive things in a linear way. When we go to sleep, we do not have the frame, and the dream has the tendency to change constantly. Humans are dreaming all the time. Before we were born, the humans before us created a big outside dream that we will call society's dream, or the dream of the planet. The dream of the planet is the collective dream of billions of smaller personal dreams, which together create a dream of a family, a dream of a community, a dream of a city, a dream of a country, and finally, a dream of the whole humanity. The dream of the planet includes all of society's rules, its beliefs, its laws, its religions, its different cultures, and ways to be. Its governments, schools, social events, and holidays. We are born with the capacity to learn how to dream. The humans who live before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. The outside dream has so many rules that when a new human is born, we hook the child's attention and introduce these rules into his or her mind. The outside dream uses mom and dad, schools, and religion to teach us how to dream. We've picked up action here. Tie ball game, 7-7. Each team has found pay dirt. They're talking right now about some gadgets, I guess, that the players and coaches may be wearing, something that I guess they have to have just to make sure everybody's keeping their nose clean. Play action pass, wide open man. Texans on the move again. First down. Looked like a game, maybe like 15-17 or so. I couldn't really tell exactly. But it's going to be 1st and 10. That was a great play action. Fooled the Chiefs. You saw them suck up to come and respect David Johnson. As soon as they did that, Deshaun Watson finds the wide open receiver. And it's Fuller again. After that first drop, he's made a couple catches there. All right. Lining up in the pistol with a man in motion. Handoff up the middle. David Johnson. This guy's picking up at least 4 yards again, I think. Depends on the spot. I don't know. Not sure. They did not want to pay that guy a lot of money, the one that they shipped away. So, I mean, getting something instead of nothing, if you look that way, maybe, but shouldn't you want to pay that guy? He's a really good guy to pay. He's the guy you get and you're like, yeah, I'll pay him. I want to pay that guy. I don't know. I'm not sure. Outside of Fuller, I'm not seeing anybody. I mean, the tight end had a catch, I think, but I don't think anyone else besides. Oh, wait a second. Got pressure on Watson, and he's going to be sacked down behind the line. It was a double sack. 2 men met at the quarterback, and he's letting them know that he wants to hear some cheers from the fan. He's got that hand to the ear thing that people do when they want to hear some more noise. You're going to show the replay here. Inside, it's going to come from the inside defensive tackle area. That's the worst kind of pressure, the pressure that comes straight from up the middle. Because if it's coming straight up the middle, it's straight at you. If it's coming from the edge, maybe you can step up, maybe you can get away. But straight in your face pressure, the pressure that most quarterbacks don't like. All right, brings up a long 3rd down all of a sudden, 3rd and 10. We've got 3 receivers, 2 at the top of the screen. Fakes the receiver screen. Watson. Oh, my gosh. He's going to take off and run. He's pushed out of bounds well before the first down. I don't know if that was a designed run necessarily. Oh, and he crashes down on the bench next to Mahomes. That was funny. Haha, that was a good one. That was a good one, Sean. Bring out the punter. Yeah, I'm gonna need to see a replay. They're not really showing the replay. I'm surprised. Yeah, here comes the replay. They're not even gonna show the replay of the play. They're just gonna show the replay of Deshaun just sitting down next to Patrick Mahomes. That's funny. That's pretty good. Pretty good thinking on your feet there to just sit down next to Patrick Mahomes. Oh, the punter's out here. Here we go. Yeah. A little bit of wind in his face, it looks like, but should be able to get it down there as they're down the midfield. Again, I like putting the coffin cone, kicking in the corner, but they like to pooch it and hope it doesn't go into the end zone. Sometimes it doesn't. This time he's going to fair catch it at about the 10-yard line. So we'll see what Mahomes can do from there. Early on in the second quarter, 7-7, going to a commercial. Time to check in on the Laker game. Let's see what they've got going on. If the Rockets have made the inevitable push to get it into single-digit territory, or if the the Lakers are running away from it. Let's see. It's refreshing at this time. All right, we've started the fourth quarter, and it's 90-76, so they've creeped into 14 points. Looks like. Oh, well, yeah, Eric Gordon finally crested the double-digit action. We got 17, 13, 15. Oh, and Austin Rivers actually has 10 points as well. Looks like, trying to see where the disparity is. I guess it's probably inside the paint where I'd probably be seeing that disparity. Well, shooting 41% the Rockets versus the 47% of the Lakers. So there's a little bit of the action there. Lakers have made 8 threes, Rockets 10 threes. So, I mean, I'd say yeah, it's got to be points in the paint area is really the difference. And maybe possibly that early foul trouble that Harden got into. Maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see. James Harden in a needed game, showing up with a 2 for 11 burger. 2 for 11 burger? I mean, I know there's still a whole quarter to go, but my goodness, man. Not great. Not great. What is going to be this guy's? I mean, what is he going to end up being? Obviously, supremely talented, one of the best we're ever going to see to ever do the thing that he does. And it's not over just yet. I had the funny thought of what would happen if Daryl Morey put together some sort of crazy Godfather type package and we ended up with Harden, Westbrook, and KD. You think one of those teams could do some damage in the run? You know, if a team ever had Harden, Westbrook, and KD, you think they would be able to do something? You know, maybe, possibly. I mean, you'd obviously have to give up whatever it takes. You know, as long as you're not giving up one of those two guys, send the whole farm. You know, I think that team. I know it's impossible. It could never happen having all three of those guys on one team. It's just so it's impossible. Maybe if you had like a video game type thing that you were playing on and you did the thing where the computer always accepts a trade, you could sneak something like that on. But having Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant all on one team, unheard of. Never. They can never make it work. Only one basketball, right? That's what they always say. There's only one basketball. So you couldn't have three of those guys on one team. It would never work. I mean, you would at least need to have a coach better than like let me see, who's a coach that I would think you would need to be better than in order to really make it work with a Harden, a Westbrook, and a KD. In order to make that work, you need somebody better than like a Scott Brooks type. I don't have anything against Scott Brooks, but you know, you got to be better than Scott Brooks to really succeed. So I think D'Antoni would be a prime candidate to make it work with a Harden, Westbrook, KD. They probably need to pick up a cheap big man. I'm thinking a guy like who might be available. I don't know what his contract's like. He might be available on some sort of discounted rate, like a Serge Ibaka type. I mean, this is a guy, you know, who I think he would fit well with those three, possibly. I mean, I don't know. he does like, to do some things, I mean, if this guy's even still around, maybe pick him up. He's a good defender, a Cephalosha type, That's the kind of team that I would envision if you were gonna have like a Kevin Durant, a Russell Westbrook, and a James Harden. But you could never fit all three of those guys on the team. Salaries would just be insane. It would never work. You could never do it. You could never do it. It could never be done. But it's just a wild thought I had, seeing if you could maybe get those three guys on one team, which would be crazy. Back to the action here in the football game. Chiefs pick up the possession, second down play, and that's near the first down yards. I think it's going to be maybe a 3rd and 1 situation. We've got below 10 minutes here in the second quarter. Showing the replay of the run. I mean, it was a good run again by the rookie, but it wasn't really. He just ran straight. So yes, we are actually. Now that it's 3rd and inches, and Andy Reid's got that wild card, he'll go for it on 4th and inches. Take a shot here, or you just hand it off? What do you think? Hand off it is. He picks up the first. There's a hole, and he's ridden down near the 40. The rookie's got some pop. If there's a hole there, he seems to be finding it. Yeah. I'm not sure where we stand NBA, if there's going to be some sort of, is there going to be a 2020 asterisk on everything? Just the way it's going. Like, is there going to be an asterisk on baseball season? Obviously, shortened season, way shortened for baseball. Basketball, again, also shortened situation. Football seems like they're going to maybe be able to somehow make all that money that they always make. But it doesn't seem like they're going to be scathed. As of right now, it's all systems go. You're going to get the full 17 in playoffs. And not any. College game was affected, which obviously has colleges attached to it. So I could see why having 100,000 students in one area would maybe not be a great idea. So they're going through a little bit of it. I'm not even sure. Honestly, I don't know what is happening in college now that I really start to think about it, because some conferences are taking off. So, if conferences are taking off, how can you even have a season if conferences are like, no, we're not having a season? Like, wait. And it's like, it's not like we're talking about MACtion or the WAC or, Sun Belt, Big Ten, I think, is the one I'm mostly thinking of. And I'd say no Big Ten. Obviously everybody in the playoff wants the Big Ten to show up so they can whoop that ass like they always do. But you got to have the Big Ten hanging around, right? Maybe somehow just figure out how to get Ohio State to worm its way into a conference somehow as like a independent nub, and just like the rest of the conference take off. Because they're the only ones that really matter is the Ohio State. They're the only ones that are relevant. All the other teams are just, bridesmaids, I guess you might say. I wouldn't go so far as to say losers, because someone has to win whenever freaking Iowa plays Penn State. One of them has to get the W, so they can't always lose all the time. Or, when you got like a hapless Northwestern playing Minnesota, there's got to be a W in there. But, when they show up to the playoff, and yes, I know they won the first playoff, Ohio State did, okay? That's the reason why I'm saying we need to get them involved, right? We got to have Ohio State. Otherwise, definite, whoa, I don't know. I'm sure there are people in Michigan that are battling a cage, but I have to pull up the stats, but my gosh, man. How many years has it been since you tasted victory in what is supposed to be a rivalry? Especially when you have, a coach who's a Michigan man. You got a Michigan man coach. And he was a Super Bowl coach. So, and he had success at other stops. I don't know. Kind of a mystery. I'd be interested to know what some people actually think about who are, more diehard in the college football arena. I'm casual, I guess. I mean, I'm in Austin, so I root for the hometown team, but a bunch of my friends are LSU fans, so did not like what happened last year. It was painful. Lost a little bit of money, obviously, because I bet on the Longhorns, and then had to deal with I mean, you should hear these people. Best team of all time. I mean, and their argument is sound. They beat a lot of good teams. They went undefeated, I think. I mean, what else can they do? They beat everybody. Their quarterback was Heisman winning quarterback. Beat Oklahoma so bad that when I woke up from my Xanax nap, I was like, how could it be it's only halftime? They have 70 at halftime? It's a halftime score? What's going on? And the fact that it was Oklahoma, that did give me some joy. But still, 7 touchdown passes in the first half from an LSU guy? I don't know. But I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening this year. I'm feeling confident that they're going to lose several games. Definitely. Lost, obviously, the straw that stirs the drink, the main guy. And I believe some coaching vacancies as well. They still got the head guy who is exactly who you would want to coach LSU, Ed Orgeron. Like if you were drawing a guy or imagining a guy, if I said, think about the LSU coach, what are you thinking of right now? There's no way you would think anything other than Ed Orgeron popping up, getting down in Oklahoma drills in practice with no pads, smashing on people. Like, what? He's talking and saying stuff, and I bet he means well. Sometimes you can't understand what he's saying when he gets really animated, sometimes. I mean, the people from LSU, they can because they speak that Cajun thing. But yeah, and maybe that's one of his greatest advantages. Is he talks in code and no one can understand him. I don't know. Chiefs make it to the red zone, just outside the 10. It's gonna be 1st and 10 from the 11. It looks like Mahomes really likes this Robinson guy. Really liking this Robinson guy. Could be that the Texans are, shading the defense over maybe a Kelsey or a Hill, but Robinson seems to be the most targeted in the first half. Breaks a tackle, picks up the first. Lakers still in control, 101-78. Mahomes from a shotgun. It's a bootleg. He finds a man. This time he's near the end zone. We're going to have to see what the spot is. It's a touchdown, Chiefs. We've got a touchdown, Chiefs. I think that might be Sammy Watkins. Sammy Watkins. I think his knee may have touched as he was diving for the end zone. So it's going to be we're going to need a replay. That was a 14-play, 91. 8 minutes off the clock. 8 minutes they chewed up on that drive as they were marching down the field for 91 yards on 14 plays. So they were showing us the replay here. Get the highlight on Watkins. He goes in with in. He does the in-out thing. Nobody there, nobody there. Oh, we're going to need to get that. We're going to need to get the slow-mo. We're going to need the slow-mo, and we're going to need the good angle. I need a slow-mo good angle because something does touch. It looks like a knee and an elbow touch. To me. Oh, here's the slow-mo. Here's the slow-mo. Yes, elbow down. Elbow. I think we're going to get a reversal here. If the elbow counts as – is it the elbow or the knee? Is it the elbow or is it the knee or the elbow? Knee or the – I think it might be the knee. Might be the elbow. Elbow definitely touched for sure. Play's going to be under review as all scoring plays are reviewable. So we're going to be going underneath the hood again, which might bring us to another commercial. No, actually, here comes that commercial I was talking about. It's going to be a 5G commercial, 5G by AT&T. And in the commercial, they're wearing masks now, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. Well, the customer's wearing a mask, but the employee's not. But there's a wall between them. They're not in the store. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not an AT&T person. Got into it with them. They're DirecTV branch. And when I canceled my service, they told me they weren't coming to pick up the satellite dish off my house. They said I had to do it, and I lost it. I raged. I don't rage often. It's not often that I rage. I said, I'm going to need you to come get this fucking thing off of my house. And they basically just said no. And I was really mad. Said some things in the moment that I probably should not have said. But that is pretty fucked up. Because it's on my house, you know? My house, you know? On my house. A satellite dish that doesn't do anything is just sitting on my house. Forever? Infinitely? I was like, if I take it off, I could cause damage to the roof. I don't know how to take a satellite dish off of the roof. And they got me. They said, well, sir, you were leasing the equipment that's inside of your house, and you own the satellite dish after we installed it. And you signed a thing or something of that ilk, right? I filed a complaint, actually, with the Federal Trade Commission on this very topic because it's fucking bullshit, dude. It's fucking bullshit. You put a fucking satellite dish on my house, you come get the satellite dish when I cancel your service. You don't tell me it's your satellite dish, your problem. I was like, you want me to take this other stuff to you, the other stuff that I was leasing? You want me to do something? Well, I would like you to do something. Come get this satellite dish off my house. Still up there. I tweeted. I got on social media and tweeted, dude. I was tweeting. Tweet. And I mean, I'm tweeting to like, you know, I'm stalking the higher, you know, upper management, I guess is what you might call them. Finding their Twitter handles, hitting up the support. Obviously, I tweeted to the FTC because I let them know about my complaint that was filed. Nothing. No one even responded to the tweets. Just ignored them. One of the things I said, and I hope that those who are hearing my voice right now understand, DirecTV is a piece of shit. They're a piece of shit company. That's what I said to him. You are pieces of shit. Telling me that I have to deal with a satellite dish on my house. What if I fall off the roof and die? It happened. I don't want to get up on the roof. I know a guy who got on a ladder and fell off and died. I'm not getting on a ladder if I could die. I like my life too much. They're like, well, you can hire a contractor or someone who can do it for you. I was like, well, could you give me someone's number? Yeah. Help me out there. Tell me who I should use. No, well. Anyway. In the end, I still have that stupid satellite dish on my house. I don't know what I'm going to do about it. Probably, eventually, I'll move from here and I'll forget about it. But I mean, it's an eyesore, and like, it shouldn't be there if I don't have the service. And I did have a technician. I was like, I offered to pay to send a tech out to do it, to come to the satellite dish. Oh, we don't do that. We can't send a tech to pick up the satellite dish. I was like, dude, a tech came out here before one time and freaking took the satellite dish off and put another satellite dish on. This time, take it off, but don't put another one on. Just leave with it, right? Right. At the end of the phone call, the gentleman said, "Have a nice day, sir." And I said, "I hope you don't have a nice day." That's it. That's all I said. I couldn't come up with a really good burn, but I gave him a solid hope that you don't have a nice day. So he knew I meant business, really, is really what it comes down to. He knew I meant business, and I told him that I would tell everybody that I know and anybody that I ever meet that DirecTV is a piece of shit. So now I'm a YouTube TV man. I mean, give Google some more money. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not give Google some money? They got all the answers, dude. They got all the answers, so I'm happy to give Google some money. In fact, take my money, Google. And they are. They're taking it. It was, I got the sports upgrade package for the Red Zone channel, of course, and it was a little extra, so I'm paying, my entertainment, my streaming budget is about probably, it's close to my cable bill, probably, but I don't have to deal with those stupid, terrible people at DirecTV. Their service is just awful. Customer service, I should say. Can't even get what you want. It's the future now. Shouldn't I be able to get what I want? I don't want the stupid NFL package where I get all the games. I don't care about watching games. I want the Red Zone channel. I want Red Zone, and I want it now. Why can't I have it? Well, you have to have the Sunday Max to get the Red Zone channel, and that has all the games. I know, but I just want that Red Zone channel. That's all I watch. I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. You can't really figure that one out, how to take my money for just the Red Zone channel? Really? It must not be the future. It must still be the past. It must still be the past. Because, I don't know why, but I don't have to get the whole Sunday package from YouTube TV. I just get the little add-on sports package. I get a few extra bucks. But I would pay a few extra bucks. Well, you know what? Fuck DirecTV. I said it. They're the worst. They're the worst. They're the worst. And I bet there's a business here of removing satellites from homes. If you had a list of people who were canceling, right? Everybody who canceled their service, probably in the same boat that I'm in, right? They don't want that stupid satellite on their TV or on their roof anymore, right? They're exactly where I'm at, right? Like they're probably fuming, in fact, because I probably would have still gotten DirecTV had I known about this situation. And maybe somewhere down the line they did tell me. I dug up my freaking my terms and conditions emails and all the stuff when I started my service, and I skimmed. I didn't give the time and energy that I'm given the 4 agreements, but I did I did a peruse, a look through, you might call, for anything indicating that I had in fact decided that I wanted to have the satellite dish forever, and I only was leasing the inside equipment. I did not find any clause or terms that indicated that. Maybe it was just on a phone conversation as they were doing their wrap up. I'm in phone sales. I've been in phone sales my whole adult life. And so I know sometimes when I'm trying to, get through the whole thing, I might say some stuff real fast, like, you're going to be having the satellite dish and the rent the leasing equipment. Maybe something like that transpired with a verbal. Anyway, I'm just saying yes to everything. Yes. I just want to get off the phone. Bring me my TV service. Yes. Please give me the TV service so I have Red Zone. That's why I got DirecTV to begin with. I got to get Red Zone because it wasn't available at the time on the streaming bundles. I had done some business with some other cable companies and I didn't like them. They, as any good pusher would, the first year you sign up, you automatically get the Red Zone and the Sunday ticket package. So I managed to get 2 free years of Sunday ticket and Red Zone, but I had enough, and I've been hearing the praise of these streaming services, so I was ready to make the jump. But yeah, I would be interested to see how you could get that cancellation data and then start a business where you just go and you grab those satellites off of people's roofs for, I don't know, how much would I have paid? You tell me the price, sir. That's what I probably would have said. I'm not going to get up there on the roof and do it myself, right? Never going to do it myself. How much does it cost to get it off there? I was thinking like 120 to 150. That's what I was thinking. Maybe a little bit more if it's a 2-story house, you know, a little 2-story surcharge of some kind. You know, how fast do you want it? Maybe a little expedited surcharge. But what I honestly did on Twitter is I tweeted out to a couple handyman companies, one of them being Handy, the actual company Handy. The other one I can't recall right off the top of my head. Like, why don't you guys partner up? You and DirecTV partner up, and you just say, hey, you want that satellite on? Call Handy. They'll come out and get it immediately, because I'm sure they would. You know, I'm sure you can get anything done on Handy, I think. And I mean, I feel weird saying Handy so many times without talking about, you know, actually getting a Handy, but they just keep moving the ball. These Texans. David Johnson catches one this time, gets a first down. We're inside 2 minutes here. It's a 2-minute drill. Texans have 2 timeouts, 1:11 remaining, and I think after that catch, they're near midfield. I'm gonna need to get another glance at the field. I think he was down just shy of midfield potentially. Let's see here. Yeah, or just shy of midfield. Looks like actual spot is like a. Looks like a back to pass here. Throws one into the ground this time. A little bit of pressure around Watson, and he goes down. 2nd and 10. Clock stops with the incompletion. Andy Reid still firmly behind his face shield. All right, and here we go. Showing the replay here. Again, it's right up the middle. This pressure is coming right up the middle. Gives him with the hand fight. Gives him a little inside move. Dips the shoulder, and Watson has to pretty much throw it away, really. I mean, he was under pressure. There was a receiver in the ground, but in the area, but the ball hit the ground before it got anywhere near him. This time he finds the tight end. Oh, he ducks under a tackle. This time breaks the 40. Oh, he's inside the 35. Brought down. This is Atkins, number 88 for the Texans, a giant. I don't know if he's the starter or if he's the second tight end, but he found some room to work, and now the clock's moving. Still got their 2 timeouts. We're at 46 seconds. This time they got a free man. Throws it. Oh, the pressure makes him throw it out of bounds. Clock stops again at 42 seconds. Watson's animated there with his, but I mean, he's throwing it out of bounds. I mean, look at me. Why is he, Watson, or not, yeah, I don't know what Sean was upset about there. He threw the ball like 5 yards out of bounds. Nothing that receiver could do about that. Anyway, if you want to come get the satellite dish off my house, that would be great. Obviously, I've told you I'll pay you. I told you there's money to be had if someone will do it. I want to make sure that it's done properly and that there's no issue with the roof. So that's the concern I'd have. If I got up there and if I got the thing off and then something happened and there's a leak in my roof all of a sudden, now I'm really going to be talking to some litigators about my, options, because a mere peon like me should not be removing some professionally installed equipment that's on top of my roof and risking, well, obviously, if I died of some kind, that would, I'd risking my life, because I know a guy that got on a ladder, fell off, and then died. I know a guy. When I found out, it rocked me. Crushed me. Putting up Christmas lights, man. Texans take a shot there, looking for the man near the end zone, but it's going to be 4th and 10. We're going to be looking at a field goal attempt. Looks like both coaches are going to keep 2 timeouts in their pockets for the second half. They'll have 5 going into the second half. 5 timeouts. Well, actually, no, excuse me. Kansas City will have 6 timeouts. They didn't use a single timeout. So they'll have 6 timeouts to use in the second half of the game. All right, and so here we go. lining it up. It's a 51-yarder. Wind looks to be non-existent. He does not hit the field goal. It's outside, pushed it to the right. There was also some pressure coming at him. Ferrini, miss. Now, Mahomes with 25 seconds is kind of interesting. Maybe they will use a couple of these timeouts if they can get some quick hitters, because it was a 51-yarder that leaves them with something. And butt kicker, he can kick them. So see if this turns into a field goal chance for the Chiefs. It's the risk you take whenever you miss a field goal, especially a long one. Texting my buddy, could be having a special appearance from one of my main men. He's in the neighborhood. He just got done doing some yard work, so he may not want to come hang out. And so, yeah, here come the Chiefs. They're at the 40, and they're coming out with some attacking formation. 3 wide on the near side, 4 total. Max protect. Mahomes finds his man. Oh, and he does. He finds his man. He's finding his man. That's a timeout right there. Takes about 10 seconds off the clock, and they've got about 15 yards or so. I think that was Watkins again. I'm not 100% sure on the reception, but he was open. He was open. Mahomes had time, and we were going to a commercial break. Halftime entertainment, we're going to be looking at probably some more Ben Ballmer action, potentially. I did get a tweet. I got a text from the Trump campaign. I'm getting them from Trump and Biden, both, because I'm undecided. I don't know what I'm going to do, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. I could vote either way. I'm undecided. So I'm on the email list for Biden. I get emails, and I get all the texts from Biden and Trump. I tried to get on the email list for the Trump campaign, but when I tried to sign up, it looked like I had to donate money. I couldn't figure out how to get on the list without donating money, and I didn't feel comfortable, since I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I don't feel comfortable giving either one of them money, really. I just, I'm not sure, really. I'm not sure where I stand. And they just find Kelsey. Kelsey breaks a first down again. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. Oh my gosh. And I believe we're going to have an additional 15 yards tacked on because of a face mask type penalty or a horse collar. It was either a face mask or a horse collar. 9 seconds. I wonder if they'll put any time on the clock there because of the penalty. I'm not sure. But they're going to be, if it's a 15-yard affair, they're going to be at about the 15-yard line. It is a personal foul. Yep. It is a horse collar tackle. Yes, it's a horse collar tackle. And you got 15 additional added on. Of the penalties, horse collar and face mask, I'm not like so upset when a player on my team that I'm rooting for does that, because you got to get them down, and you're doing whatever you can to get them down. You're reaching. You may grab a face mask. You may grab a horse collar, unless it's like a clear malicious, like, and I don't really see that. It usually just looks like a dude trying to make a tackle, and then he ends up kind of raking the face mask, and his hand just goes in that mask. So yeah, we're in the red zone now. Mahomes with 9 seconds. He's gonna get at least one shot to the end zone, I would imagine. But they still have 2 timeouts, so we'll see what happens. He is bombing it to the end zone. Oh my gosh! Oh, it's intercepted, but I don't think he got both feet down. He did not. There's a flag as well. Maybe moving the Chiefs back some, or is it going to be some sort of illegal contact, pass interference? I'm not sure here. Let's see. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, we're going to be looking at a Chiefs penalty, I believe. Oh no, it's not. It's against the Texans. It's some sort of illegal contact, like a 5-yarder with an automatic first down attached. Down's not really important now with the clock situation at 4 seconds. I believe you just have to kick the field goal here. I don't think you can do anything else. I'd be interested in seeing maybe potentially something like that where they have like a 10-second runoff, maybe a 10-second add-on if the defense commits a penalty. Something where you get penalized the yardage, but also you give them extra time, because now the Chiefs have a chance to actually score that touchdown that they were going to score if you hadn't committed the penalty. I don't know. They have 10-second runoff, so they could have a 10-second add-on. I think stands to reason. I don't know. But yeah, it looks like they're going to get a field goal out of this. Actually, they had 25 seconds, a couple completions by Mahomes, and yeah, we're looking at kicking this. It's a 29-yarder from the butt kicker, and he sneaks it in there. Yeah, Fabini misses a field goal. Chiefs obviously make the field goal. So Champs take it into half, 17-7. Pretty lively game. And oh my gosh, salt in the wound. The Chiefs will be receiving the second half kickoff. So they did that thing where they go score, double score, and they're already winning. Oh my gosh, the Texans are in trouble. So now that we have reached halftime, I did want to read the text that I got from Trump himself here. It says, do you stand against Biden and Antifa? We're sending a list of donors to press Trump in 3 hours. Will he see your name? 8X Match Live. Donate here. Link. And so now I'm going to go ahead and just tweet that out on my Twitter account. I've been doing that as well, just texting whatever they send me. I just send it out into the ether. I'm not picking up any traction or anything. I'm a yelling into the void guy, you know, no followers. I'm not an egg or anything. I got like 300 followers, but you know, nothing really crazy. Nothing really crazy at all. Go ahead here, lock that up. I will do text from @real Donald Trump, and then I'm going to paste his text that he sent me, and then I'm going to eliminate the link to donate because I don't want to act as if you should do that or I'm endorsing a donation. If you want to donate, you figure a way to do it. I'm sure the internet has plenty of ways to help you there. You can probably Google it. Let's see. I usually put some stupid hashtags. Today's Thursday. I'm going to do some Thursday thought hashtag. And then on the Trump tweets, I usually try to entice the Biden camp. Let's see. So I'll just type in Biden, see what happens. I got a Biden-Harris. I'll just do Biden-Harris 2020, I guess. I'll do that one. Hit them with maybe something like a hashtag blue wave of some kind. Is that still going around? There's blue MAGA. I don't know. A blue wave challenge seems like a good one. I'll just blue wave. That'll be fine. And then the most important one, undecided. I'm undecided. I gotta let people know I'm undecided. You know, my life as a whole, I mean, is awesome. So I don't really think it matters. Bush, Obama, Bush. I don't know. Maybe my ears are all fuzzy, so I'm not sure who was president when I was a baby. Maybe Reagan, possibly. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, definitely Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump. I mean, my life has been pretty much the same the whole way through. I happen to live in like the best city of all the cities, Austin, Texas. So we're kind of insulated from a lot of the pain that everyone else is feeling. I mean, I've always been working. So. Yeah. But yeah, that's halftime, I suppose. Get the halftime entertainment going here, and then I'm gonna take a little break here. Maybe get something to eat. I am all of a sudden hungry. As you know, I do have those fiery Doritos I mentioned earlier and the Kind Bar. So be sure to check those out. So sent that tweet out, and then let me queue up the tunage, and then I'll see you guys in the second half. I'm gonna put it on a radio attack. I'm a Spotify man. I use Spotify. I'm a premium user. I hope that you guys are all premium users as well. But I mean, I understand if you like the commercials. I get it. I don't though. I don't like them. I just want to listen to my jams. So I got my radio going, and we'll be right back as soon as they got that second half kickoff ready to go. Once again, Ben Bomber Radio. Ben Bomber Radio. Here for the second half. go full radar, but I did go pretty loose on DirecTV. All right, and let's see here. I think Ben Bama died somehow. Ben Bama died. I'm sorry about that, audience. Ben Bama has died. I had the DJ keeping people entertained while we were at halftime. Actually got joined by a special guest here. Matt. Matt Johnson, everybody. What a generic name. If anybody was here, that would definitely not be his name. Pull up a chair. You can't just stand there. You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. Making me nervous. I'm very nervous. Pull up a chair. Don't stand there. Making me nervous. Anyway, he was downstairs sitting in the dark, moping. So I told him, come upstairs and hang out with me, buddy. So now here he is. Still moping, but he's upstairs. Oh my gosh. The Chiefs already scored again. I was down there for too long. I took the dogs out, and it is a nice, brisk night. One of those nights where you realize it's not summer anymore, maybe. Let the dogs out. Matt actually fed them. Nice guy Matt fed the dogs. Hopefully he knows the whole 2-scoop, 1-scoop thing. The dogs are super old. They've been on a very strict diet. Can't be overfeeding them. And they'll act hungry every single time. Every single time they see a human, they act as if they've never been fed. They're like, can you feed me? You fed me in the past. You haven't fed me in a while, though.
Where did they play?
This game is in Kansas City, and they actually have about 17,000, 12,000 fans there. So there's actually fans in the stands. Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm. But you gotta think. I mean, in like I just say the flyover states, right? They're not so densely populated, so the virus isn't going to be so on top of you, right? It stands to reason. I'm not a freaking scientist. I'm just a mere mortal. But they're in Kansas City. I mean, it is a city, I guess, by name, but it's not probably, if you look it up, like the statistics, which, I mean, I don't know what statistics you would even look up at this point, but whatever data you would look up, I would imagine that Kansas City is probably not that high on the list of contaminated areas. Of all the areas, in the NFL, NFL areas, right? Where else would you go? Maybe that could be.
That makes sense. Yeah.
That could be in the same vein. Maybe like a Green Bay, right? Green Bay, Lambeau. That would be a sellout. That would be,
During the winter, the COVID would freeze in midair.
Well, we don't know what's going to happen. Actually, we really don't know. We don't know.
The COVID would freeze.
Well, we don't know. We're not sure. Will it? Maybe. Possibly. Could mutate somehow. Maybe.
Become
maybe all
freezing.
Maybe what happens? What about this doomsday type scenario? You'll have all these asymptomatic people, right? That have it, but they don't know. They don't show any symptoms. But in the cold activates the asymptomatic people, and now they are all of a sudden the ones who are sick because you're right. Whenever it exits their mouth, it's gonna freeze. So it has to survive somehow. By God, it's been laying in wait for a freezing temperature to explode on all the asymptomatic people. And all of a sudden, now we really do have a crisis.
It's a zombie apocalypse.
Well, I mean, the zombies already exist. I mean, they already do. They already exist, dude.
Yeah,
There's tons of zombies, dude.
I feel like The Walking Dead myself.
The zombies here in Austin, they're like under the overpasses, hands out with change, please change.
Hey, my life's almost.
And, there's enough crumbs. There's enough crumbs around that those damn bums, they do actually end up getting some money. So even if you have nothing and you just stand on a corner with your hand out, something comes to you.
That's a suggestion.
Well, I mean, if you don't have a job and you're deemed non-essential, maybe it's a suggestion, possibly. But I mean, I don't think it really pays that well because they're still living under bridges, But they got tents, though. They managed to get a tent. I don't know. There's enough crumbs for the bums. How have we not figured? I think we have at least I think I was thinking about, look at all these homeless people, right? It sucks. I saw they closed down Cat City Comedy Club, the comedy club that I did my maiden, I guess, voyage on stage. It's closed down. No longer. It's permanently closed. Not coming back. And I mean, since we've kind of evolved into the future and everybody can work from home, basically, who needs office space, right? No office space needed. We don't need office space anymore. Cap City Comedy Club can't even exist anymore because the rent's too high. Well, let's get these homeless people someplace to stay.
Good point.
Let's get these homeless people someplace to
I have a
stay.
feeling that's what's going to happen.
Let's.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, if you really thought about it, if they all banded together, like the bum club or something, if they had some sort of bum leader that was like, I guess you would kind of call it like a unionize these people with no jobs, right? Like, it's the no job union. Everybody needs a union. Even when you don't have a job, you need a union. You should have a union and a seat at the table, even when you don't have a job. So maybe there's a bum. What do you call it?
The UU, the unemployed union.
Unemployed union. The UU, U squared, W, not with a W. It's W.
Yeah, there you go, W. That's even better.
Right. I mean, just spitballing. Well, anyway, they unionized, right? And they did, and they're like, just took over, like, some vacant spot that really, I mean, it's Burlington Coat Factory is what I'm thinking of, the one that doesn't, it's huge. I don't know anybody that's ever bought anything from a Burlington Coat Factory, so there's no way they could still be open.
I bought that jacket.
You got a jacket from there?
Yeah, but it was in Washington.
Was it a nice jacket?
Yeah.
What kind of jacket?
A name that I don't know.
No, not a name. Like, what? Like, was it like a trench coat style?
Oh, no,
kind of style, leather style?
More of a rain jacket.
A rain jacket? Oh, okay. Well, yeah. I mean, you definitely have to have proper gear for that weather. You're right. You're right. Oh man, I gotta check and see if the Mahomie threw it to his other homie, or if they ran it in, or how they scored that touchdown, because I missed it. I was downstairs lollygagging. He did throw a touchdown. He's got two of them, but the putrid Texans stinking the place up with only a solo touchdown. They'll probably pull Mahomes soon because they don't want to risk the $500 man when they're up by 100 against the terrible Texans.
Prop action.
No, I don't sports bet usually. Not usually. Sometimes I get a wild hair and I do it, but I try to stay away just because it's hard to do, really hard to do. Even the best people that do it are maybe winning, 60%, 65%, maybe. I mean, they might go on tears where they hit like a, really long tear, but if you have the sample size divided by infinite, I think those are like the top guys, 65%. Am I wrong?
Well, if you bet on each game individually, you're winning money in the long run.
No, what I'm saying is that am I right in that that's about right? I don't know. I'm kind of speculating, but I've always kind of heard that.
I would think it would be lower.
Lower than 65.
Like 60.
Lower than 65. So that means I got to figure out how to win 6. But the way that they really capitalize, though, is by not having to pay all the juice, right? Because they get it in early, so they get the best. They get the best of it, and
they'll still pay juice.
And they, well, of course, they're not coming in like, oh, let's go off work today. Let's see what's happening this weekend. I'm gonna bet on some games. It's Sunday morning. I don't have anything to do. Let me look and see what these lines look like. These guys are in, as soon as they see them, because they know, like, they messed up this one. Putting it on, right? And then like, oh man, we might mess that up. And they move it. So at least, I mean, I saw it even with my limited action that I did put in. I did put in a little action, and I didn't. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking, obviously. Betting way too much, way too fast, and I was riding this guy, the guy you're talking about, and He missed just brick, 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 brick. And I didn't have. I was because I was betting too much. I didn't have enough to cover all the bets, so I was crap shooting.
Yep.
Crap shooting. I don't know which one's gonna hit. He doesn't know which one's gonna hit. He
He
thinks.
usually pick the ones
Yeah.
that you like of the ones he likes, and it never seems to work.
And yeah, so I
Yeah, same thing happened to me.
immediately remembered, oh, that's why I don't do this anymore. But I think I'm also same thing with the cards. I'm gonna just lay off.
They're gonna just beat him to death.
Well, I mean, when you're not a really good team like the Texans, and you come into the champ's house on opening night with no preseason, what do you think's going to happen? It was like, this one was stone cold lead pipe type. And I did say at the beginning that I thought the line was a little bit high. It was like at 9.5, and I did think that was a little bit high. I thought Texans would be able to, keep it respectable. But then I realized quickly they weren't, like they scored 7.
Yeah, I wonder how they're going to score when their only players are.
Well, you weren't here to see the very first play, but the very first play of the season, they throw it. Oh, no, excuse me, the very first pass play of the season. They throw it, and it hits the dude, Will Fuller, the 5th, or I think he's the 5th. I'm not sure. Hope I didn't give him one too many or one too little. But it's a V, I'm pretty sure. Hits him. He was kind of covered, but it hits him in the hands, and he drops it. Drop City. Very first pass play. You're writing a movie, that's how it happens,
Yeah, this isn't going to be much of a movie.
Well, it's like Bad News Bears type. Yeah. I don't know. Their division is soft, I suppose, right? Indy Titans, I guess, are like the big man on campus because they won it last year or whatever. Into the playoffs.
It's Jacksonville and who else? Who's the
No,
other team?
Texans.
And the other team is 4.
Yeah, I said Colts,
Jackson.
Titans.
Titans.
Yeah.
Titans are going to be the team to beat.
Well, yeah, that they are the I'd say they are the favorite, but they're Ryan Tannehill, man. And I don't think maybe let me look it up. I'll have to look it up. But usually you can't go pound. Very often. Not very often do you go pound with a running back. Like the pounding that he took, where he just was there's running him all the time. You know what I mean? My God. He took out Tom Brady in Foxborough, I think. With that running back pounding away. Last pass was a pick 6, by the way. And that's when Belichick was like, enough, dude. I'm not going to deal with you if you're just going to throw pick 6s, dude. You're off the team. That day.
Wait, who? I thought we were talking about Tannehill.
No, Tom Brady, his last pass of his Patriots career was a pick 6.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, it is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see what he does with do you see what they have in Tampa Bay? Do you know about this? Their whole team?
What about it?
Well, first off, they got Tom Brady. We'll start there. They've got Tom Brady. Best game manager you could ever find.
Yeah.
Top-notch game manager. He's the prototype.
Agreed.
And so you got that as your baseline. But then the weapons, his 2 receivers, they got that Goodwin kid and Mike Evans. Both of those are fierce.
It's got a.
And they resurrected a Gronk. They've brought a freaking Gronk out. Gronk is back, man. Those 3, that's 3 right there, right? And then, I got to think that this guy's going to find something. Leonard Fournette.
He's available.
He's on the team.
They picked him up?
He's on the team. And they got LaShawn McCoy, dude.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I
think it should be the team. They don't have much of a defense. Never have.
I could not tell you, I don't think, any other players other than the ones I named, for sure. I think they had a McCoy at one point, but I don't know if they still have a McCoy. And yeah, I mean, this is a coach, by the way. You know, the coach is like an offensive guru, right? He's like known as a genius, a quarterback whisperer, if you will. So
I don't know what
something's going to happen, dude. Something is going to happen. That division, you got the Saints, Falcons. Who are we missing? Saints, Falcons. Who's the other one? Buccaneers, obviously. Oh, Panthers. Yeah, so really it's the Saints and the Bucs, I'd say. Really. I mean,
Saints never live up to their expectations.
I mean, they did win that one Super Bowl.
That was 15 years ago.
Dude, that's one Super Bowl more than the Texans have ever won.
Or even been to.
Texans haven't even made an appearance. Wow.
Neither did the Oilers.
Titans did, though.
They were in Tennessee.
Well, when the Titans went, no, but so like, listen, let me ask you this. This is a true, I don't remember the timeline. There was a time when the Oilers moved to Tennessee and the Texans didn't exist. So were they the Oilers then? Like they said, did they have? They did, right? They did have all the Oiler history.
Year, yeah.
Was that the year they went to the Super Bowl and got 1 yard away?
No.
Oh, okay. So then they'd already fractured it and then came back to the Texans, and then okay.
Oilers left in '96. They stayed the Oilers for 1 year.
When did they go to that one Super Bowl
99.
though? The 1 yard away Super Bowl.
99.
And you're saying that the Texans already existed in 1999.
Yes.
I think I might have to.
No. The Texans, 2000 or 2001.
Right. So the Titans then would be the Oilers when they went to the Super Bowl.
They changed their name before.
But they had that lineage.
Yeah, that's technically, if you look at team records, they go back to the Oilers.
And so, my question once again is: have the Oilers get credit for a Super Bowl appearance because of that appearance by the Titans?
I don't know.
I'm asking you. You're the judge and jury here. There's not there's not a right or wrong answer.
I don't know. I watched it. I was pulling for him, but it didn't feel the same.
Yeah. I know the 49ers were not. Oh gosh, never mind. I was gonna say, is that the closest anybody's ever been in the end of a Super Bowl? But definitively, the Seahawks at the 1 yard line.
Yeah,
I think that's as close as you can get. I think that was as close as you could get. And you know how many passes were intercepted at the 1 yard line that year? Out of all the passes for the whole year, including the regular season, everything?
No.
One fucking pass. Just that one. Everybody else is smart enough to just fucking pound it in with the running back, dude. Or do some easy passing play.
He was the one that called the audible at the line.
I don't believe that's true. At least that's not the story that we've been told.
Yeah, because the coaches.
Right. I mean, I could see 100%. I could see that. In real time, as I was watching this, I'm like freaking out because I remember going like, "Oh shit! Let him score! Because he's about to score." You know, Marshawn was running it in. Like I was like, "Fine, let him score. Just let him score. We'll get the ball. Brady can kick a field goal. That'll be fine." I got money on the Pats, obviously. Fucking shoestring tackle at the 1, right? And then the clock's ticking, and the camera's like panning to the sideline, looking at Belichick, and Belichick's like looking, and I'm like, why is he calling timeout? And then they go to the Seahawks sideline, and then like they're kind of like scrambling a little bit. They're in kind of they don't know. They're expecting Belichick to take the timeout, so they're thinking they're gonna have time to do whatever they want with the play, and then nothing happens, and then they throw it for a pick, dude. They throw it for a pick.
If you watch the play, you will see him call the audible himself. There was no time to.
You don't know. He wasn't
gonna hand the ball off to some fucking fifth ward.
Oh my gosh, dude. You're getting way out of line here. Way out of line, dude.
I've played the position.
Way out of
I know what I
line.
saw.
Yeah, you played the position in high school as a triple option
So what?
quarterback.
So what? I know what it's like to call an audible.
You don't know what it's like to call an audible in the NFL. Not in the NFL, you don't.
What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Well, let's say for starters, one thing could be one thing and one thing could be a decoy thing. So
they
just
ran
him.
a deep
No.
throw pass?
What I'm saying is, just because he touches his leg like you used to whenever you called an audible.
This is an audible.
Right. Like I said, and if you know it's an audible, that means the defense knows it's an audible. So do you really think that when you're going to call an audible, you're going to make the most obvious audible sign? I don't.
It wasn't
I don't.
obvious. If you're shrewd on defense, you'll know that the audible is designed to do
how can you
exactly
call an
what you're not
audible?
expecting.
How can you call an audible and not make it obvious? You have to make it obvious so that your team knows you're calling an audible.
I can answer.
I am talking as well, and I'm still talking, and you start talking. Are you interrupting me? Are you interrupting me? Are you interrupting me?
Not anymore.
Right. And so that's what I'm saying.
It's okay. I can't really.
It's all right, man. Did he call an audible? He thinks so. I don't think so. I think he's a company man, and he just did what the coach told him to do. He should have called an audible and ran it with Marshawn if he wanted to win the Super Bowl. Two blowouts. Kind of a bummer. I got a lot of the four agreements. I could go into four agreements mode, just kind of knock this out, see if I could get to at least one agreement. Hard to really say. Let's take a look here. Fantasy wise, my two Chiefs are not doing the appropriate damage for the amount of money spent in a draft situation, but I'm in first, so that's where you want to be, I guess, sort of. Can't give away the whole squad till Sunday because you never know, the enemy could be listening to this right now. But with that update, the Lakers are final. It's going to be 3-1 there, and, well, stick a fork in them, Houston. You're done. Sean Watson back. He's hit as he throws. It's a lame duck pick by the Chiefs defense. They're running it back. Looks like he's got a chance. Oh, no, he's got an angle. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 30. Chiefs ball looking to score again. Watson turns it over, but he was hit. He was hit as he was letting it go. Maybe he held on to it a smidge long, but guy was got to get open. They were going deep, and there you have it. That will do it. As for tonight, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up since we got a double blowout situation. I'll probably be back at it again Sunday, maybe. I definitely have a special guest coming over Sunday, so we'll see if they're interested in joining me for a portion of the Red Zone extravaganza, or maybe someone will jump on a Zoom meeting with me. We'll go toe for toe. I have YouTube TV. I think I got a new Red Zone guy. I think the one guy works for DirecTV, those assholes. Another guy, he I can't think of his name right now, but I remember before when I didn't have DirecTV and I had Red Zone, there was a different guy. It was not the DirecTV guy. I'll have to look it up. Well, actually, you know what? I'm not gonna spoil the surprise. I'll be surprised on Sunday when the new guy pops in and starts doing commentary on mute. Well, that's it. This is like a first official episode of the Sport Guy Austin show, and if you made it this far, subscribe, Thanks.